Hey, what's up, everybody? This is B from Kongs R Us. And yes, I'm back on YouTube live. It's literally been at least 4 to 5 months since I've done a live stream. I looked on my channel. The last live stream I did was during my Dungeons and Dragons launch party, but nobody cares about real pinball, right? You guys are here for the Arcade1Up stuff, the pinball mod, one of the biggest mods I've done on my channel that still continues to get views today. But that was like years ago. Like, do you remember the heyday of Arcade1Up modding where there was this random stranger on the internet that posted this paste bin that started cursing the world, that he was just angry, but like he was like, fuck you, I can actually mod this and play all the tables. I can play all 30 of them. And it was such a magical fun time to ride this this wave of modding. And that was what became known as the Pinner mod by Mystery Encoder. I even was looking at the history of naming Mystery Encoder. It was just a random win that I accidentally called him Mystery Encoder, right? But it's fun to finally be back on YouTube. And today is no exception. For those that have been followers of the channel for a while and don't know, I haven't experienced it before, or you're new to the channel, I try to do live modding once in a while where I will tinker and we'll try to figure this out. It may go wrong, it may go right, but that's half the fun, because eventually we're going to have a very polished tutorial on how to turn your Arcade1Up pinball machine into a much more powerful virtual pinball device. And yes, there's many options out there for Vpin now. You can build your own, you can put a PC in it. There's the whole @games family, which is having issues with its own online connectivity. But for those that still have an Arcade1Up pinball machine, I put a poll in the chat to see how many people still have something. And 56% of the folks say, yes, they still have it. They're going to do this mod. 38% of the people that have responded are like, nope, I don't even have it, but you're here watching. So hopefully this might inspire you to fix yours, maybe get another one, who knows. But let's bring in our guest for today. It is none other than Mystery Encoder. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Another sleepless night. Prepping.
A long time since we decided live on stream. Like, do you remember the last time we were doing something like this together?
T2 maybe?
Maybe. Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
But I mean,
yeah. What's the status with like Team Encoder and all the stuff, or is this kind of like one of your final things that you plan?
It's hard, man. I don't know. We have some stuff on the back burner that I mentioned on PDIP stuff, where we did we were talking about releasing the Big Buck mod finally, and potentially Star Wars 1. But I think a lot of us are burned out and don't really have the passion we had for this anymore.
Yeah. It was a fun time when I was describing kind of those early days of like just modding and like the possibilities. Like that was like 3-4 years ago, man. So where are you at with your personal collection? Do you still have all your cabinets? Are you still modding, tinkering? Like what do you still have in your collection?
The only cabinet I've gotten rid of is a big blue cab. Otherwise, I've still got an Outrun, T2, Big Buck, a few others, and planning to pick up one of the basic fun cabs. Don't know what yet, but for science, got to do it.
Science, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, if there was any one of those basic fun cabinets I might pick up, would probably be the Return of the Jedi. I'm just really curious about if it's the same yoke or something else.
You've always been a Star Wars guy.
I've been a Star Wars nerd for sure. So that's the only one that's on my radar. But other than that, yeah, like I've been moving a lot of my stuff. And so I have a handful of cabinets left. But yeah, I've been kind of like paring down. In fact, this Star Wars or this pinball machine behind me isn't even mine. I sold my Star Wars pinball machine originally to somebody that I thought I'd be able to like borrow in case I ever needed it. Turns out he sold it as well. So that sucked. But the story is, was it B6 BS6? Is that what you said?
B6S.
B6S, BS6, B6S. Thank you for loaning us a Marvel Arcade1Up pinball machine for demonstration purposes. So yes, he was able to drive out to me locally and give me his cab, which currently is not in the best shape right now. It is not in a great state of playing. And so for folks like, why would you even do this mod? What we're doing is we're replacing the stock PCB completely with an Orange Pi 5. But can you talk about like the reason why? What motivated you to do this? Because I know there's a lot of reasons, but the main one is the hardware issue with the original Arcade1Up PCB.
Yeah, that hardware issue is the summary of it. As far as like what actually prompted it, we've been looking at this for at least 2 years now. I think I've even mentioned it to you way back when that it was a potential. I think even on one of these streams, I mentioned like maybe a hardware
Yeah.
upgrade kit in the future,
Mhm.
and so crazy, we're here.
Yeah, so, like, you said your PCB, like, completely died, like, what was the issue? Do you know? Like, was it
Uh,
the pin,
no
something?
clue. It was black
Yeah.
screening. It wasn't like this. It just
Mhm.
completely gave up. It could have been the power issue. I didn't really even try to diagnose it. I just screw it.
Yeah, so this, B6, what is it? B6S, his pinball cabinet is playing blind. The LVDS for the connection right here, is not working at all, and so it'll boot up, if you disconnect the main screen there, but other than that, this is playing with the DMD on in the background with the stock PCB inside of it, but that's pretty much all it does. It pretty much just turns on, you can kinda hear the sounds, you can kind of click through it, but other than that, it does not much else. Like, but I'm trying to jump into a game. You can almost hear it play. I don't know. Can you hear it at all?
I hear it a little.
All right. So it's working. You can hear Spider-Man, but there's nothing on the screen, obviously. I can pull back. The solenoids are still working, but it's completely dead. So what happened here is after lots of testing, we think that the LVDS chip on the actual PCB is what went bad on this. So it caused this screen when it's plugged in, nothing happens. It kind of blips, and then there's nothing on the back screen. So unplugging it says that yes, the hardware is still running, but the screen has an issue. So good news is that the screen still works. We tested this with an HDMI to LVDS converter, so the stock screen still works with the converter board. So that's when we knew it was a PCB issue. So there could be a variety of things wrong. So let me know in the chat. And somebody mentioned here that their PCB has been dead for 2 years, but you've been hearing this for the last several years that people's PCBs have died. I've heard people like putting it in air fryers to fix it. Like, what are some of the other like random fixes people have
Yeah.
done to get their original
So
PCBs working?
the main one obviously is overheating. We've known about from the
Mhm.
beginning. With the main chip on the board, and it's very similar to those old Xbox 360 red rings, or the
Mhm.
PS3 had one that was the red light of death or something.
Mhm.
Um, and so similar concept that happened, but it turns out there's other issues that we didn't know about with this, where the power distribution board somehow
Mhm.
over delivers power, has a surge, fries a resistor near the power input. And so people desoldered and soldered a new resistor on there. Steve Welling, I think it is one of the guys that was posting about Facebook about how he did that, and one of the guys in our
Nice.
Discord, Gulong, did that. Then you can see the LVDS chip dead here. Another one is the eMMCs are pretty poor quality. They're cheap eMMCs, so those go bad and data gets corrupted and it refuses to boot, and that's when you need a reflash on most of the cabinets.
So what are the options for people fixing it right now? Like, right, people can still ship their PCBs to OneUp if they're not under
I
warranty and get a replacement?
so I think for pinball specifically, One Up was out of stock for like 6 months and finally got new stock for their
Okay.
new pinball kits.
And how much does it
They,
cost to get, like, just a replacement PCB, which
I
doesn't
think
fix
it,
the original issue?
yeah, I think it's $140.
Damn. Okay. So for the price of getting just a replacement stock PCB, if yours dies for whatever one of these reasons, if you wanted to get a replacement one, which could also fail again in the future, $140, like that's the cost?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the latest I heard that they're selling them for.
All right. And so for this mod that we're doing, outside of the Orange Pi, which is its own cost, what's like the total cost of this mod? I guess including the Orange Pi. Like if somebody wanted to upgrade versus like doing the stock route, like what's that raw
So
cost that you're thinking about?
my math, if you're including the Orange Pi and the LVDS converter, you're looking at $30 for the LVDS converter. Orange Pi
Okay.
with power adapter on Amazon is $133 right
Okay.
now. Our kit, if you're on a stock monitor, is $80.
Okay.
So you're in, and that's before taxes or shipping, but you're in like the 240 range ish.
And then it was like 80 for your kit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 240. Okay, so you're paying an extra $100, but you're getting an Orange Pi, which is like, you know, a future, hopefully future better hardware, future proof mod. But your particular kit is what is it called? A hat? right? That like plugs in all the
Yeah,
stuff.
it's they call them hats when they attach to the top of the little boards. There's Raspberry Pi hats out there and other things.
Got it.
Or another name people use is Shield when it's Arduinos. They call them
Yes.
Shield.
Yeah.
But
And then so Video Game Vegas is asking, do you need the LVDS converter if your monitor is stock? And the question is
so
yes.
yeah, that's the answer. And so if
Yes.
your monitor is the 32-inch, you already have HDMI, so you don't need a converter.
Correct.
And for that, our kit's $60 because we don't have to include extra power wires and stuff that you need here for this.
Zoltan's like, call it an even 250. Yeah, you might trial and error some parts. Okay, let's go over the parts so far that I have that you've sent to me. And again, for me, this truly is like a blind live modding session. I've not opened and looked at all the parts right now. So the VS display adapter, this is what you're going to be able to use to convert this screen to HDMI. If you've already done a 32-inch mod, you have an HDMI, so you don't need this. But this is one thing that you can purchase on your own. The second thing is the actual Orange Pi 5 Max. There's versions of this though. Can you talk about the one that you've tested that people should be looking at?
Yeah, so the Max is the only version that we support. If you try to use another version, you're either going to brick the hat or you're going to brick the board.
Okay.
Because the GPIO on all of them changes.
Right. So Orange Pi 5 Max. This is an 8 gigabyte version, and it comes with a power supply. So I'm opening it up for the first time. So this kit you said is $130.
133 on Amazon. I think you can get it for cheaper on AliExpress, but tariffs.
Comes with its own little power adapter, right? Okay. And then you also gave me a heatsink. So talk about the heatsink. And this is
so that's another cost that I didn't add into that, which is probably why Zoltan said call it an even 250 because the heatsink is like $8 on Amazon, $9, something like that.
Okay. And we have to attach this to the Orange Pi 5 just for additional cooling purposes, right?
Yeah. So it'll run without the cooling, but I recommend using it because when you start running Williams tables and stuff, it does get hot.
All right. And it's like sometimes they'll sell like Pi cases and stuff like that. Like, do you recommend like people need a case or is that what
we include one when you open that other package? We include a 3D printed one for the SBC. And we do it for a very specific reason, which you'll see.
All right, very cool. All right, so this is the stuff that you buy on Amazon yourself. There'll be links and all the things to this. So this is the portion that you'd be getting yourself. What you'd be getting from Mystery Encoder himself. Is this fancy packaging something that you made for this particularly? Because like I had a big smile on my face when I saw the packaging for this.
Yeah, it's a sample run that I did of them to try to see what bulb millers would look like.
Yeah, I was excited. I was like, holy crap, this is like...
I might change it to the orange logo instead, but we'll see.
Okay, I was like, this is probably one of the first like official Mystery Encoder merchants.
It's the first Team Encoder branded product, yeah. I mean, outside of, I don't know, the arcade boards had the Team Encoder logo on them.
That's true. All right. So in this mystery package, for folks that were trying to wonder what the thumbnail is, it is the Team Encoder official kit. Pinner OPI is what it's called. So is that what this kit is going to be called too?
Yeah, Pinner OPI is what the name of the kit is at this point.
OPI. All right. So Pinner OPI comes with a couple of different things. Look at it. It comes with a sticker. Look at that. Yo. All right. So first off, you're getting more branded merch there. So I like that. Well done. Let's open up this thing first. So what's in here?
That is the actual hat.
The hat?
So you got the SD card on top in that anti-static bag that you just pulled off.
Is it gonna come with an SD card or is this just for me?
Yeah. Okay. So people don't, the goal of this is making it as easy and simple as possible. So no more dragging computers across a whole house to try to flash something.
Yeah. Very cool. At least that will have that. And we're going to talk about kind of the other like things you're going to need to bring software wise to this, because you should be able to still support the Zen folks and, get those purchase tables. But this is the hat. Let me just pop this open so people can see what we've been talking about. And this was a custom board that you had like designed and printed.
Yeah. So I designed this. Nick's helped a little bit with it.
Okay.
As far as sanity checking things that I did.
Yeah. All right. Let's check this out. Look, got the Team Encoder logo on it this way. Okay. You got some pinouts on the back side, and then there's the power supply right there. So, okay. So we're going to go over like plugging everything in, but
the power supply itself and the smaller JST connector that's 2-pin, those are for that upgraded power kit. If somebody's upgraded to it, I gotta give the disclaimer that we haven't tested it with the power kit yet because I don't have one and Zoltan's lazy.
Okay. Calling you out, Zoltan. All right.
So
And then
yeah,
this is what I assume plugs into the Pi in the back.
yeah, and it's got a riser on it that I
Okay.
put on there so that the cooler can fit. Because that,
Oh, got it.
yeah,
Okay.
when you put the
All
fan
right.
on, it wouldn't fit. It would be touching it.
So this is the hat. And then you provided some cables. So this is a Y splitter.
Yeah, so we ran into a problem where when you're using the LVDS converter, sometimes the signal from the Pi will turn the monitor back on when you have it turned off.
Okay.
So when you flip the off switch, it's going to put the Pi to sleep. It doesn't do an actual power down; it just puts it to sleep. When you turn it back on, it wakes it up.
Got it. Okay.
That's
And so this is going to split
being
the power
tested.
to the Pi later on.
So what you do is you don't split the power to the Pi; you split the power to the LVDS converter.
Okay.
From your H panel, where the DMD is.
Got it. Okay.
So you can split from there, and then there's an extender. Yeah. So that's
we're gonna walk through this. If
LVDS
this is
kit.
all foreign to you guys, it's just I'm following along. I feel like I remember some of this stuff. It's good.
That's why the LVDS kit costs more though, because we have to include those the Y splitter and that thing, and wires are for some reason expensive on Amazon. I don't know.
AliExpress, man. All right, and so these are the 3D printed new cases that you have. So this is gonna
It
replace
won't be that color. I was just
Okay.
running through the rest of that filament.
Okay.
It's either going to be white or black. But
okay. Oh, this is like black with some blue crystals in it, and then this is for the Pi case that you're talking about, right? Little thing.
Yep.
Oh, all right. So here it is. These are all the parts.
So
Am I missing anything else that I need?
You shouldn't, unless there's not screws in there to screw the LVDS board down. But if there's not, it doesn't matter. We'll just put it in there.
You forgot the screws, man.
That means they went in the other package that I sent out and screwed up and mixed them up. Anyway, I gotta give Christopher Rose in the chat props though, because he designed the SBC case for us.
All right, well, there it is. Thank you, Christopher Rose. See, this is a team effort, team encoder. So you have some other folks in here. Like
he's not on team encoder, but he could be an honorary member.
Honorary member, right? Like, that's kind of like what I do. We all support. Okay, all right. So again, this is running blind. I'm going to shut this down. There's hardware portions that we normally install first, and then afterwards there are kind of just making sure we test out, some of the software and some of the software side of things. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to capture card to show that correctly during the live modding session. So the goal is, once I understand how everything works, I'll definitely work on a polished tutorial version of this, and that way you can kind of see up front. So don't expect this to be the only version of a tutorial for those that are following along. This is just more for entertainment purposes and for demoing more than actual tutorial. So that's my disclaimer. Don't follow along exactly what you're going to be seeing here, because it's going to be a little bit of a shit show. All right, any other disclaimers or things you want to give before we get started?
Not that I can think of, but I'm sure we'll find them.
All right, sounds good. Just a couple questions in the chat really quickly. Did he screw it up? Meaning there's no screws? It's like physical screws, right? Like that's what you're talking about? Like there's supposed to be physical screws to help mount this?
I mean, technically you're supposed to be able to screw the LVDS board down to that case, but because you don't have those screws, whatever. It's your fault.
Like
you didn't remind me.
Like these screws are you talking about? Like these little posts?
Yeah, just screw the board down to it, because you're going to use your stock PCB screws to.
Do you guys see that?
Hi, Miss Kongs RS.
Are you popping in here to say hello? Hi. All right, so it's been.
Hello.
Guess how long it's been since I've live streamed?
Enough.
Like too much? Yeah. It's been like 5 months since I've been live in front of a camera. Isn't that crazy? No? All right, you're heading out? All right, thanks for popping in. Okay, so let's see. There's another question in here about, does this work with Pi 0 and upgraded backlash? There was an older version of 4.0, right? When you're talking about using a Pi 0 for the back, right?
So 3.9 already did that. We had like a we didn't like publicly release it necessarily, but it was in our Discord and people were using it. We're using the same launcher code here, so it still works in the launcher, but because of the way that Zen has been changed, it won't work in the Zen tables yet. But the goal is to have it working.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. If you have any other questions, feel free to pop it in. I will try my best to make sure that I pull them up to the stage. Nathan just wants to know, can he get a sticker with every purchase? Like, yeah,
maybe we'll see.
These are nicely die cut, man. Like to get that extra thing. This is awesome. I love it. Good stuff. All right. Anything else? Should we get a 16 gigabyte Orange Pi for future upgrades?
That's something that it's hard to say. Yes and no. Yes, if we decide to do VPX standalone, because people do VPX standalone on the 4KP. And there are guys in our Discord who have tested VPX standalone under Android, and it does run well on this. It's just not installed on here because, you know, we have to configure it for the cabinet.
Got it.
And it's a maybe. So if they want to or anticipate doing that in the future, maybe 16 gigs a good idea.
Yeah. As long as it's still Orange Pi Max, right? That's the they have a 16 gig version of this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then people have done the 32-inch upgrade on their own. So
A lot of people
I mean,
have,
but it works with either one, right? Stock versus 32. No, that's just preferences.
Yeah. I mean, other than not needing the LVDS converter and the power wires.
Yeah. All right. Is the D&D set to the smaller size of the stock Plexi, or can you use the full size screen? Remember people that remove this to make this like.
Yeah, it automatically sizes the way that it does stock.
Okay. Got it. Good to know. Good to know. So it's stock there.
Yeah.
Wagner's Tech Talk says you're using an Orange Pi with the 3588.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you put a PC in the? Yes. I mean, I did that already. That's the. So maybe you can explain to people, for all the people that are like, why don't you just put a PC in it at this point, right? Like, just like what's the pro of this?
Well, so for me, I was in the middle of doing a PC mod on my Marvel cab. So I have a Marvel and an AFM. The AFM's the one that died. My Marvel cab never got played. My kids didn't like turning it on because there was always some issue. A table wouldn't load or something would happen, or like I always had to fix or configure something. So my goal with all of our soft mods that we did before with these was always, you know, ease of use, keeping that Arcade1Up style of turn it on and go. And every time I've PC modded something, Pi modded something, that's not the case. That was something always freaking happens and it always breaks.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And so
anybody who's modded something, yeah, it's more for you. But if your goal is to like have other people play it, then yeah, that makes sense. But if you're okay with the tinkering and the troubleshooting,
it's simulating a similar experience to what you got from Pinner 3.9, right? Turn it on and go.
Yeah.
Same launcher, same setup, just it actually is a little bit simpler.
You've been working on like some quality of life things too, even in the user interface, to make it like that much simpler too. So my disclaimer and big public thank you to Mystery Encoder is that he's literally spent some sleepless nights doing like quality of life things he thinks are going to make it easier, that nobody's going to see the effort that went into it. So this is just my public thank you to you. So just, I know you don't do it for the thank yous, but acknowledge the guy if you can in the chat. Just give a guy a thank you for some of the restless nights that he's put into it. So I'm excited to see it, man. It's going to be fun. Good stuff.
It's definitely a passion project. I'll say that. There's not a lot of money to be made in this, man.
And thank you for all the sacrifices for, you know, I even think your wife was like, you better put it out, right? Because you put so much time into it, or like
time and money, both. That's
yeah, for sure. Okay, excellent. All right, let's get into it. Where do I start? What do you want me to do first?
I don't know. You got everything you need.
I guess let's do the Pi stuff first, right? Because I mean,
well, you got to show that. Yeah, you got to move the Wi-Fi antenna, and like I was saying, that's going to be one of the critical points for people. So you got to open the Pi up.
All right. So let me change this camera angle down towards my desk, and I'm going to kind of point down and see if I can do that portion of this live. All right, let me change that real fast. Move this down this way. See, I still remember how to live stream. We can do this. Okay, here we are. So here is my somewhat clean desk, right?
Yep.
We got the 3D supply over here. Is it a little bit slow, choppy, or is that okay?
I think it's okay. It's a little, the quality's a little choppy, but not bad.
It's a little choppy. I don't know if I can upgrade that. Let me just double check if I can do anything about the quality of that real fast. Camera, it's doing it it's as best as I can get it for now. Okay, all right. So here is the Pi. Yep. We're gonna open this up. This is all just stock Pi stuff. So you're saying I have to Bend an antenna? Is that what you said?
Not bend it. You're just gonna have to move it, and when you move it, you're gonna have some problems.
Okay.
If you don't hold it down. So just be careful with it. So
Okay.
you see how the antenna's over the SoC right now, or the CPU? Yeah. So that's the problem. Is they're kind of dickheads because they put it right over it, and you need to put the cooler on it. Is what I would recommend doing first.
All right.
So,
let's do that.
But in order to do that, you have to move the antenna.
Where did I put the cooler? Is that this thing?
Oh, you
that's
do have the
right
screws for the LVDS right there.
Oh, this one right here? Oh, look, you did include the screws. All right, you did.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. You just
my bad. That's my bad. My bad. Okay.
Yeah. So I personally only put the CPU cooler on. I don't care about the rest of it.
Okay. This one right here?
Yes. So the first thing you have to do is move the Wi-Fi antenna out of the way before you peel that off. But
okay, so just dry fitting a bit. Like these pins are gonna go where?
Towards the right edge of the board.
So these two pins are here?
No, all the way on the edge.
Oh, these two right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
These two in the corner. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter, like black or white?
Yeah, the
black is negative, red is positive?
Yeah, black is on the outside of the board and red is on the inside.
Okay, got it. And so this is just a peel off double-sided tape sticky.
Yeah.
It's gonna go on here.
And then you just stick it down, plug it in. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, and that's it. So you're saying I should like lift this just out of the way?
Yep. But before you do it, use two hands, hold down the connector or the wire where the connector is.
This one right here? Oh, this one right here.
Yes, because that connector, if you can show it close to the camera, is extremely tiny.
Okay.
It took me like 30 minutes to get it back on, and I broke one.
Okay. All right. So this can pop off. Is this just literally just sitting in between these two things?
Yeah.
Like,
and so you don't want that to pop off.
Out of the way.
Yeah, you want to hold it down so it doesn't pop off.
Got it. So I can just move this out of the way like that.
Careful. Yep.
Holding that down. Okay.
Yep.
And then we're going to mount that down. So now that this is out of the way, I'm just going to mount this on this way. That's right.
And then you're going to put it in the case. Yeah.
And then put it in the case. All right.
Yep. Just be very careful with that antenna. It's it's a nightmare.
Disclaimer number 1, careful with the antenna. And if it breaks, and if anything breaks on this stream, it is 100% Mystery Encoder's fault. So
it is 100% B's fault for pressing the wrong button.
Okay. And this is like, in terms of cooler, this particular version of it, is there any benefit to this versus any other ones that like?
I couldn't find another cooler that really made sense, to be honest. There's none made specifically for the Max.
Okay, got it. So I'm taking this, I put the double-sided tape on there, I put the cooler on right there, and then what do I do with the antenna now? Do I just stick it back?
So when you put it on the case, there's actually a mount for the antenna.
Oh, this right here. This little thing. So that's the antenna mount. Okay.
Yep.
Is it going this way?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, the SD card faces the other way. Turn it around.
This way. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Got it. Okay, so all that stuff is.
And there's little mounting points on there. You don't have the screws to screw it down, but we're not going to care about that.
Okay. So this is the one you didn't give me the screws for.
Well, I don't have screws for it yet.
Okay. But so there could be mounting screws for this, and then I'm still holding on that corner right there for the.
And then just put the antenna in that little hole.
Just stick it in.
Yep, there you go.
It's okay to stick it up, like that. So like go down a little bit more. All right. Yeah. All right. That's it. Okay.
Yeah. So now when you put the hat on, you'll realize why the case exists.
Okay.
So you're gonna insert the hat. It can only go one way, really, right?
Mm-hmm. This way.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna line up the pins. If anybody's ever like lined up LVDS pins and things, this is one of those things where you just have to make sure you're not missing a pin or missing a row or something like that. It's always like troubleshooting thing number 1. Did you plug it into all the pins? Did you miss one? Did you miss a row, right? So you're just gonna line it all up.
And push down.
And sits nice and snappy. Nice. So and that just sits right on top like there.
Okay. Exactly. And so that was why we started looking at designing a case, because with the extension, it flexed as you tried to plug the cables into the top of it. Now
you have some support on that side.
Yeah, now you don't have that flex as you're pushing down.
Okay. Nice. Okay, very cool. So the only other thing that I didn't do on here would have been like if there's proper screws, you could screw this into the actual thing itself. Got it.
And then the other thing is, so Chris designed that fan thing there, that fan shroud.
This one right here?
Yeah, we're not going to do it, but that's actually for the stock fan from the stock PCB.
Oh, from the stock PCB, you can mount it here?
So if you wanted the additional cooling, you could actually recycle your stock fan and put it on there.
Okay, where would that plug into? Like one of these pins?
That's why I didn't do it, because I don't know where we would plug it into yet.
If you had an extra mini power supply source, could you like split this cooling fan or no?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it yet, so I'm not going to comment
You
yet.
could potentially like split the wires for these two somehow and then plug that in. So you could kind of splice that. Okay, that's potential, but otherwise that's optional for future like cooling issues.
Yeah.
But with the stock PCB or with the heatsink fan, you feel like there shouldn't be much.
It should be fine, yeah.
Okay. All right. Very
with
cool.
that heatsink and stuff, I barely got even close to thermal throttling.
Yeah.
So
and these extra heatsink
they're
things,
supposed to go on like the RAM and stuff, but I didn't do it myself. I didn't bother.
Like on the SBC itself, like on the
Yeah.
All right. Optional.
The CPU cooling is what really matters.
Got it. Okay. Disclaimer, right? You can use them all if you want to, but we didn't do anything there. Okay.
So,
all right.
So
Sounds
now, anybody familiar with looking in Arcade1Up, if you're looking at the top of that hat.
Oh, look at that. It's perfect. So just in case you wanted to, right? Stick it on your forehead.
I mean, you wouldn't see it anymore. I don't know.
Dude, you should get a tattoo.
No. You just remind, dude, where's my card? Dude, you got a tattoo. No, dude, you got a tattoo.
Who would get a Mystery Encoder tattoo? Like this, if there was like one symbol in the Arcade1Up community or just our home arcade community, this would be pretty badass. Like, you know,
but if anybody, well, you can show it when you show the stock PCB, how the connectors are the same, but
okay.
But that's it. You're done with assembly. Huh?
You want me to pull out the stock PCB?
Yeah, if you want to. If you want to show the similarities.
All right, let's pull this out. Okay. This has also been removed from the original case, and so you don't have to do any of this, but the B6S took it out of here. But this is the original Arcade1Up PCB. This is that fan that they're saying that you could potentially repurpose it. It has like a smaller JST connector. So, but I think you probably could splice it into that if you wanted to. But yeah, it kind of fits into there. So what am I showing? Just the similarities between.
So yeah, the connector on the top, the black one, you can see it's the same connector, and then the white one where the power comes in. Yep.
Okay, so that's where that power.
No, that's the screen power. You're the one lower down near the HDMI. Yep, right, that's the other power. And so you have those two same connectors that you have on your stock PCB.
Okay.
And so all you're gonna do is you're gonna go find where those wires are in your cabinet and plug them into this.
Those are the only two that go from the stock cabinet into this.
Yep.
Yeah. So this black pin here is normally what connects to that
control encoder
PCB encoder on it, and that you know, also controls like the solenoids and other stuff and the buttons essentially. And then this is for like power and stuff. Is that what that does? The power, like the power box in the middle. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. And do we need to do anything with this extra stuff?
Nope.
No. All right. So it's just plugging in here, plugging in there. And that's it. Okay.
But like, yep.
All right. And then USB wise for the Orange Pi, like, are we going to be plugging anything into this stuff?
Nope.
Okay. And then we have the HDMI outs over here. So there's two screens for LVDS.
So the left side is going to be your main playfield screen, and and the other one is DMD.
DMD on this side. Perfect. Okay. Micro or USB-C for anything, or
that's your power adapter.
This is the power adapter. Oh, okay. That's the power adapter here. Okay, so the power adapter is USB-C. And then over here is the micro SD card. And then on and off switch. They have an on and off switch on this.
So it's not a switch; it's a button. But you're not gonna have to use it. When you apply power, it'll just turn on.
Oh, okay. Look, it says SD card on and off, and there's a little thing that says fan. So good job. What was that, Jonathan or?
It was Chris Rose.
Chris Rose. All right. Okay, cool. So this is the stock one. We're going to move this to the side. We're not going to mount anything down. Let's get this out. And then from an SD card standpoint, should I plug in the one that you sent or should I use the other one?
Did the other one flash or?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, just use that one.
Okay.
No guarantee it'll boot though. That's the problem there. So if it doesn't boot, go back to the one I sent.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So normally, what is it that if the one that you will be sending, ideally, besides the one that I just wrote, like what is on here, just so people can kind of get a sense of like what's here.
So it's the Pinner software, which we refer to as Pinner 4.0 for this because it is like there's been a lot of modifications done to it to make it better. And so it's the normal Pinner launcher and so on. But
no tables and things on it, or is there anything that like are the stock tables on it at all? Or
the stock tables are on it, but you have to enable them.
Okay.
And by enabling them,
three?
Yeah, so by enabling them, you're confirming that you have the legal ownership to them because I don't know if you own Marvel or Star Wars or whatever. And so that'll happen through a web interface. And that's the main new thing about this is now that we have Wi-Fi, we can set up, a web management interface, and instead of having you press a bunch of buttons on your pinball machine and get confused and confuse all of your guests and kids when they don't know what button to press because they got to a settings menu and freaked out.
Nice. So this is a 64 gigabyte card, Amazon Basics. I think the first question people are going to ask is, should I get a higher one for future tables and things? Like
we include that card.
You include this one, but if people want, is this going to be enough for like all the future?
If we do VPX in the future, probably not.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's to be determined, right?
Yeah. There be I'm asking questions like if people, because like the version that I have is a 128. So will people be able to flash the new Pinner OPI software onto their own card?
I don't want to publicly distribute the image, but if somebody's made a purchase and wants it, I might provide it to them.
Okay, got it. All right, so there might be some support. So like Mystery Encoder, by the way, is like going full POS point of like figuring out how to like get this to you guys commercially versus all the other mods in the past have been like he's worked on it, he's released it, and then you download it and kind of work through it. So the fact that you're going through this, I was telling you, I don't know what the demand for this is, but don't burn yourself out. This might be limited time offer before, this passion project has a shelf life. So if you want it, I would recommend probably getting in the early batches because I don't think you're going to be doing this forever, right? Do you have an idea of how many kits you ideally want to be putting together?
I don't want to put any together, but
he's like, I don't want to do this at all, but you committed already.
Yeah. I don't know. So part of it is I haven't even done assembly in China yet for the hats. Everything I've done so far is hand soldered.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. You did this by hand, everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's why it looks like shit.
In fact,
I'm kidding. It's beautiful. You can't do this.
There's actually a problem with that.
This?
Yeah. Shit. You might have to turn the gyro around.
The what?
The hang on. I need to double check something.
Okay.
I'm kind of worried. Shit. So I'll give you a backstory real quick. I was drunk and decided to solder some gyros and might have soldered a bunch of them upside down from the way they're supposed to be. And I thought it was only the 4 that I had at my desk.
So which one is the gyro on here?
The gyro is that blue board that's sitting on the top right there.
This whole thing?
Yeah, it detaches. Nobody else will have to deal with this. I'll make sure that part's good later, but I have to check the schematic to see if it's bad right now. So on the left side, is that F-Sync near the DC jack?
F-Sync is near the DC jack, yes.
Yeah, let me double check real quick.
And VCC is at the top.
Yeah, let me double check. We might have to turn it around.
This is why we live mod demo, but you don't have to go through this. But okay.
Yeah, nobody else will have to go through this. I promise.
In the meantime, while you're doing that, I am going to put the SD card inside of the Pi. So this is my first time putting in a Pi SD card. So it does go, looks like upside down this way. And
okay, yeah, you're gonna have to pull the gyro off and turn it around.
I am?
Yeah, just hold down on the board and pull it up.
All right. So this pulls out and then just turn it this way?
Yep. if it'll fit. It should fit, I think.
Okay. All right. The stupid fan thing's in the way now. All right.
It wouldn't
Okay.
be a B stream if I didn't do something wrong first. It's B's fault. He didn't.
F sync. F sync. All right. So F sync should be on the top. Is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There. It fit fine. I just had to move it over a little bit. Okay.
This is probably a good time to mention that I probably didn't test that hat either, even though I hand soldered it. But we'll see.
Okay. All right. This could be good or bad, but normally this will be facing this way, and you won't have to do this. So hashtag blame
absolutely
Mystery
not.
Encoder.
These were prototype kits. I did a lot of them. Like I said, I have 4 or 5 others on my desk. I was doing a bunch of them at once.
Yeah.
And wasn't paying attention.
All right. All good. All good, man. All good.
It doesn't really impact the functionality of it. You just have to turn it around so the pins are right.
Okay. Sounds good. If you were gonna fix it though, like how would you do that? Since it's like upside down.
I'd have to desolder all of that and flip the pins around.
And like turn this upside down, essentially.
Yeah, basically. That's how it's supposed to be.
They wouldn't see this side of it. It would be on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Got
it. So unfortunately, the gyros are the one things that I can't get assembled in China. Mm-hmm. But the hat itself, depending on how many orders we get, I don't want to hand solder this stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna pay for assembly so that they come pre-soldered from China. You know.
Yeah.
Just the gyros, I can't do that with.
Okay.
So I'm still going to be soldering them. So just hope that I don't do yours drunk, and we'll be fine.
And if you get one, it's just an extra. You get to say, "Hey, are you going to be doing any level of support for this then? If people have issues?"
Yeah, we normally don't do support over Facebook, but on this, because it's a product, we'll still be doing support over Facebook if people message us there. We have an email set up.
MG's being an ass. He's yet to see a hat.
Yeah, that's because B isn't bald like P-dubs. So he doesn't need one.
All right, there it is. Okay, very cool. So this is all good. I know it took us about 30-40 minutes to get to this point, but other than like just me fumbling through, like talking through this, the actual getting the Pi, mounting the actual mounts with the fan here, getting onto the case and putting on the hat was super simple. If I was going to do this in a tutorial, it would be less than 5 minutes to put this together for sure.
Yeah.
So we would just talk through all this so you guys can get familiar with the hardware side of it. And then where is this going to mount inside of the cabinet?
So it doesn't have to mount. You can just sit it in there.
Okay. And it's okay. It'll be like just okay. Just sitting on the bottom. These are rubber feet on the bottom.
There's little feet on there to keep it stabilized.
Okay. All right. So it shouldn't have too many issues in the back.
Nope.
All right. Let's head on over.
Literally sitting there without a case. So
yeah. All right. We're gonna head on over back to.
But before you go to it, the only other thing I'd mention is that if somehow the package ships and those little white jumpers there come off.
Which ones? These right here?
At the bottom right there. Yeah. So if those somehow come off, they should be pretty well on there. But there's always that possibility. Who knows? That position, that orientation they're in right now is something that I'll have pictures of. Just for people to double check.
All right. This is the Team Encoder Pinball Hat V2.0. And this is essentially going to be using your stock buttons and solenoids and then using it with the OPI 5. What does HAT stand for? Is that
hardware attached something or another?
Something like that? Okay. All right. That's what it is. It kind of sits on top. Cool. Any other last final disclaimers? Good.
Nope. That's it. Other than I was probably drunk when I did the hat too, so who knows?
Why does it have extra connectors if you custom built it? What are those for?
The power kit that we mentioned earlier.
Oh yes, for this right here, for the J-pin, the JST 2-pin.
Yeah,
and this
the DC jack.
Yeah,
and the DC jack is for the upgraded power kit. And then the jumpers there are because we were prototyping with different boards, not just the Orange Pi 5 Max, and so that allowed me to configure it differently without printing multiple PCBs.
All right, there it is. Put more questions in the chat. I may get to them a little bit later.
And we gave the definition. It's hardware attached top.
Oh, hardware attached top. Oh, got it. Thank you, Wagner's Tech Talk. Good to see you here.
Yeah, don't give MG credit for it.
Oh, is that what he said? Hardware attached to the top. All right, sounds good. All right, let's go on over. I think somebody earlier on asked about like, have you had people on Team Encoder following along with the Legends or 4K pinball and like anything people doing there?
What about it? I don't.
Like, well, there's issues with it, and people have always wanted to like see Team Encoder try to do a mod for it, but since it's already kind of somewhat open,
No.
like that's a separate group, right? Isn't there a separate group doing VPX Sentinel? And that's not Team Encoder at all, right? That's Nick's and his own other thing.
Some Team Encoder people were involved very early on. Now I don't think Nix is very hands-on with it unless he's doing like software upgrades. It's more of a community effort.
Got it. All right. So community effort for VPX Analyst for the 4K. This is all back to those that still have their 1UP pinballs waiting for the last hope. And from a package standpoint, like I always still like the design of the 1UP pinball machine. So yeah, I'm still not going to get one though, but we'll see. We'll see how this works. This is more for fun. This is always my fun. My most favorite part of owning one of the machines was tinkering. Okay, so I'm just going to set this inside. I'm going to plug in the cable from the front encoder into here.
Yep. So just the gray ribbon cable that would normally be plugged into the PCB.
Yep. Okay, that's going to go into this spot right
just
here.
Plugs right in.
All right. And then
so it should almost
the power box supply.
It should almost be as simple as replacing your PCB when you get a new one.
Yeah, exactly. I also did some other stuff in here. That's the reason why it looks all messy is because I took off the case for the power. Like you won't need to do that. I was just troubleshooting. So normally like this case would be on top of this power supply thing there. So you wouldn't need to do any of that. I probably should even just like unplug everything in the back too, just to make sure. So let me do that. All right. So unplugging the actual power cable into this. And then the LVDS, I guess I probably should explain what that is, right? Just for folks.
Yep.
All right. So your stock screen, when it's plugged into the original PCB, and I'll pull the PCB over here. The original PCB uses these 30-pin LVDS connectors. Sorry, I'm going to move my mic over here a little bit more so you guys can hear. And then there's another power pin here. So the two cables from the stock monitor, 30-pin, and then the power, and then a ground that you would just kind of ground into the back of the PCB. So this is going to go into what's called an LVDS to HDMI converter board. So this essentially is going to take the signal from that LVDS connection and give you the ability to HDMI out. You could also do DVI or VGA if you wanted to. And then it also has different sound outputs too. But everything's going to be using like stock speakers and everything too, right? Like, has anybody ever done a sound upgrade?
Zoltan has actually. He
really?
Plugged in a Logitech.
Ooh, fancy. All right. So the pins here, just know that the red is gonna go on the left side. Normally, like it starts with pin number 1 on the left. So that's another kind of thing that people mess up, is making sure that the red wire goes on the left side, and then you just have to make sure everything's lined up. And then the power looks like it's on this side over here. It's gonna plug in over here. And what you're saying is there is the mount that you provided, the 3D mount is for this LVDS?
Yeah, the case. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you still have the screws for the stock PCB.
Maybe. Okay, so this is supposed to be for this?
Yep.
Oh, so I probably should have mounted this first before I did that, huh? Is that right? Okay. This way. All right. Let me undo this and actually try to use your 3D. So this is supposed to like replace this and go back up onto this, right? Is that what
and so the other thing I forgot on that one was double-sided tape on the back of that LVDS case, because they have that control board.
Yeah.
And so what I do is I put double-sided tape on the back of it so people can just tape the control board to the back of the case.
Okay, so if this is a 3D printed case, we're gonna have it sit in. This does not sit in here. Oh wait, it does.
It does.
Okay.
You have to slide it in like that.
Yeah,
there you go.
Slides in. Okay, so there it is. You would line up the holes. You would screw it in using the screws that you sent.
Yeah, you don't really have to do that. It's not a big deal.
And then only the HDMI and then the power are plugging from here. And then on the top side, you would be able to pull in the ribbon from the case here. Let me test out one of the screws just to make sure you screwed it in. I just want to at least do one, so I can
do one. That's fine. They're a pain in the ass.
Pain in the ass. I know. Did I get the right size?
It looks like you hit 15K according to somebody in your chat.
A what?
It said it looks like you hit 15K according to somebody in your chat.
Oh, did I? All right. Nice. All right. So thank you so much for that. Hey, congratulations on 15,000 subscribers. I needed like 3 more subscribers for today. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a 15K celebration where I give out a bunch of stuff because I've collected a lot of home arcade things over the years that I don't use and I kind of want to get rid of it. So it's gonna happen pretty soon. So I'm gonna showcase something. I need to get a micro. When you said bring a Philips, I brought like a big ass fatty one and like not one. I should have known. All right, just give me 2
Well, it
seconds.
looks like the HDMI for the DMD is already unscrewed.
All right, sorry, what were you saying?
The reason I told you to get it was to unscrew the DMD HDMI, but it looks like somebody already unscrewed it.
Ah, okay, got it. Yes. Thank you, B6.
So that's gonna suck for a tutorial.
What was the thing that was in the back?
So in the back, right under the center of the monitor, you have that DMD HDMI cable that is mounted up there.
Oh, the one that's like mounted in the back.
Yeah, so that's normally mounted right below the monitor because the PCB is mounted on the monitor, and you have to unscrew the 2 little screws and pull it down so that it can reach.
That's just the cable. So yeah, you're talking about like normally the HDMI that goes to the DMD in the back is kind of like stuck in the back right there. So then that way you can loosen it up. If you've modded this already, so I mean, I probably would do a tutorial that upgrades it from stock, but I think the majority of the people will probably be upgrading from 3.9. So is there anything like that would be different if people have already modded it besides maybe tinkering and
not from a software mod perspective, no.
Yeah, so it's really just removing your PCB and then like just pretty much doing exactly what we did today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. These screws suck. They don't even go into your 3D printed case.
I told you. It's hard. It has to be perfectly lined up.
I just wanted to make sure that it stays. All right, I did it. I did 2 screws.
There you go. See, they do go in. You just suck.
And then you said you normally would mount this on the back just for funsies?
Yeah, so I put double-sided tape on the other ones that I printed so that people can just remove the sticky part or the non-sticky part and make it sticky and stick that on. Yeah.
All right, so that'll be another potential version that you would see on the finished version of this. Okay. So back in here, I'm gonna pull back in. And what about the ground? Should that be plugged into anything?
So I screwed it into the monitor.
Oh, it's actually into the monitor itself? It's grounded.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
we need to find a stock cabinet because this is.
What's that?
I said we need to find a stock cabinet because this isn't it, man.
I mean, I could try to put it like sort of close back to stock-ish, but I'm
gonna have to have Gamer Fridge make an actual polish tutorial because he was talking about doing it to GI Joel's cab.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely.
And GI Joel doesn't even touch his.
I'm sure.
At least that way, it's a fully stock cabinet.
Okay, LVDS is now attached, so we have that. Okie dokie. Just kind of like hodgepodge stuff around.
And you put the power in and so on, and yeah.
Okay. What else do I do now? Do I plug in the HDMI cables and stuff?
So normally you would take the PCB screws and screw that case into the monitor.
The original PCB screws. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the original PCB case, and you're like screw that back into the top of the monitor. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, which is also a pain. I think there's 1 screw you can't get in, so it's only going to be 3 of them.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay. These little guys.
Actually, there's 2 that you technically can't get in because they only give you 4, but then there's like on their original metal case there was more holes, but you can't actually.
I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to do this. And then like I don't even know which one the ground was originally supposed to go into.
It doesn't matter which one the ground goes into, really.
Yeah. But I don't even know. Is it down here? Is this where the original one is?
This is why it would have been better if it was still
still stock, so you can see where
the
yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. Doing this live right now. This might just be like we're gonna hangy, but
I mean,
normally you would attach it back in this area like that.
Right? Yeah, it would screw in exactly where the stock PCB does. So you're replacing the stock PCB with the LVDS board, basically.
Okay. Bear with me. Let's see if I can get 1 screw in at least. Okay.
Oh gosh. Oh,
I
did
got
you do
one.
it? Did you get it? You got it.
Yay. Okay,
I'll
so
take
it's
it.
gonna start something like that once you mount everything in correctly. All right.
I'll take it.
We don't need the stock PCB. We're gonna take that out. We got the OPI down over here. I even had my old like micro USB cable that I was using for the old one in here, so we don't need any of that stuff. Okay, are you still there?
Yeah. I'm just watching.
I don't hear you if you're talking. By the way,
I've been talking. You don't hear me?
are we still live? Yeah, things are good.
You don't hear me?
Where'd you go, Mystery Encoder? I don't hear your audio.
Does anybody else hear me?
Can you guys still hear me? You can hear Mystery Encoder? Oh, the chat hears Emmy. What the heck happened to my thing? Hold on 1 second. Speakers. All right.
I thought he was just ignoring me.
All right. Can you talk again?
Yeah, talk.
All right, there you go. All right. I think my speakers went out for a second. All right, I can hear you.
I totally didn't say. I just thought you were ignoring me.
I couldn't hear you. I was like, where'd you go, man? You just left. Okay. All right. So we're good. The Orange Pi 5 is right here. Do you have like a recommended order for plugging in stuff, or does it matter?
Not really. I mean, you just got to plug in the HDMI now and then, well, so obviously do the power last because that'll turn it on.
Okay. All right. Power last. So you're saying the back HDMI for the DMD is the right side, right?
Is the closest to the USB-C.
Is closest to USB-C, yes. Okay. And then I do need to bring in a actual HDMI cable. That would be helpful. Okay, I do have one here. I was like, where's my HDMI cable? So yeah, you do need you need to bring your own HDMI cable then, right?
Yeah.
All right, so bring your own HDMI cable. You should probably have one. Like, there shouldn't be any issues with that. But yeah, bring your own HDMI cable. So HDMI cable into the Pi.
Yep.
On the left side. And then,
And then you're just going to plug that into your LVDS.
Oh, all the way in the back.
Which you mounted backwards? That was not my fault. Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
What, it's supposed to be facing the other way?
Probably. Who knows? It's fine. Just leave it. Just plug it in.
From the back? Do you have directions? It should say mount this way, man.
I don't have written directions. This is a B modding stream.
I can't even reach back there. That's like so dumb. I can't see anything. All right, plug everything in before you mount it. Like, here you go. I was like, it fits. Okay.
Well, I have to admit that the LVDS case hasn't actually like.
No way it goes that way. Maybe I mounted this whole thing upside down. No, I think that's right. Because if it goes this way, it's like it won't fit to those holes over there.
I don't know. Just plug it in.
Right.
Let it hang.
All right. In the real tutorial, we'll figure it out. But for now,
yeah,
let's just plug it in. Let's see if something actually turns on when we plug this in. That's the real key. Okay. All right. HDMI is plugged in. All right. So the power splitter. Walk me through like where the power is going to.
Okay. So you need power into the LVDS converter first, right?
Okay.
And so you have your Y splitter.
Is it okay? So this is gonna. So you gave one extender
and a Y splitter.
And a Y splitter. Okay.
So what you're gonna do is open the back panel where the DMD gets power, or not where the DMD gets power.
Okay.
And you're gonna Y split off of that.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna Y split off of that. Okay.
And then use the extension to come back into the LVDS.
Got it. All right. All right. So let me just move.
You know, I didn't have to help Team Encoder people with this. They just figured it out. All right. Like that's.
Well, that's why I'm not a part of Team Encoder.
You've always been an honorary member of Team Encoder. You've been covering our stuff since the beginning. What are you talking about?
Goon. All right.
For all we know, you were the one that wrote the pinball script in the first place, and I just fixed it.
All right. That's this is good. This is where the power is for the back, right?
Yep. That's going to is that the one coming in? Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So this is the power into the back. So this is gonna go into the splitter.
And you're just gonna split that.
And this is gonna go into here, and
Yes,
then the extension is gonna get plugged into this, and then go back into the cabinet, and then this plugs into the LVDS. Is that what you said?
Yep.
All right. That
and then just pull that down there.
makes sense. It's tight. Gotta.
That's what she said.
Yeah. What the heck, man? All right, that may need to be. You have to unmount this to get the hole down there.
No, I got it through.
It's like super tight, man. There's no extra like space.
That's weird because I didn't have that problem.
Yeah. All right, I'm having issues getting it into the hole. Miss Congress didn't say anything. All right, we're just gonna pull it through the back for now, and then
just pull it through the back panel. I mean, you can always
back auto panel. Look, it's tight, man. There's not a lot of space in there. Look, like
you just suck.
There's no space in there. You made it too big. All right, we're gonna. If worst case scenario, you might have to like undo this, mount it, and then like because it's a little fat. All right. Oh, you're making me look bad, Mr. Encoder.
You're making me look bad. You've done everything wrong so far, just like always.
All right, so that power then now plugged into the LVDS portion of it, right?
Yep.
Okay. What now about let's hope. Power for the Pi? What are we doing for the like?
So you're gonna run that out the back.
What's that? It does just have to come out to the back, so you have to have two separate AC adapters.
Yes, sir.
Now.
Yep.
All right, so that is.
Nikki, this is going to be an episode of Tim the Tool Man because he's got the power board exposed and something's going to touch something short. We're going to see smoke, fire, and stream over.
Not at all. It's going to be amazing. All right, power into the LVDS. Good. It's all going to be hanging for funsies. Okay. All right. What was the last thing I was supposed to do? Oh, I need to. Power for the Pi, right?
Power for the Pi, yeah.
Yes. Power for the Pi. All right. So once I plug this in, the whole thing's gonna boot up.
Yeah.
So it just boots up automatically, like without even turning on the actual. Yeah. Like, I don't need to do anything here.
So you do have to turn that on.
Leave it on position.
Yeah, because that'll turn on the LVDS converter and all that.
Okay.
Wait, you didn't plug the pinball cabinet in, did you?
I have not yet. No.
Well, so turn that back off until you have that plugged in. So you don't just send a power surge through everything when you plug it in.
All right. So plug in the stock power.
Yeah.
Pi last, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Stock MG, everything with B is a 2-hour mod, even if it's a 5-minute mod, okay?
Show your face. We're having fun. Fun takes time. All right. So the light lit up for the power. We know that the power is working. So if I flip this on, like, should I see something on the screen at all or no?
Well, you'll see the marquee and everything turn on the DMD.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing I have to do is like I have to make sure that the freaking cable is long enough to reach the Pi too.
Yeah, that's a bit of a pain.
Get like an extension for a USB-C.
I don't have a lot of good solutions for that one.
So this is just so that the Pi is running a 5.1 volt 5A USB-C. 5.1 volts? Like, really?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like 5.1. So it's like you need to have, like, it's not like standard, like, a 5-volt adapter shit. So
DMod, I had to ask B not to flash the SD card on stream because he didn't flash it before the stream because we didn't want to sit through another hour-long USB copying video.
Ahead of time, and it didn't take forever. I did that portion correctly.
This time. If I didn't say it, would you have done it ahead of time?
Yeah, exactly. All right, let me just make sure I can get enough space from the power, because this is the moment of truth right here. Plugging in this USB-C should power everything on, and then if it doesn't work, blame Mystery Encoder.
If it doesn't work, blame B. If it doesn't work, we'll be back next week.
All right, everything's hanging like crazy right now. So I'm just gonna pray everything is connected and works. Okay.
But you don't have the Pi 5 plugged in, right?
I haven't plugged it in yet. I'm about to plug it in right now.
Okay, but turn on the power of the cabinet first.
Turn this on first. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
So
Make sure the LVDS converter comes on.
Yeah.
Did the playfield turn on? There you go.
Yeah, there's a little signal here. That's good. Good sign.
No.
A little thing popped up.
It turned off.
Oh, is it supposed to stay on?
Yeah, look, your DMD's off too.
Oh. The little board for the LVDS is flashing.
Uh-oh. I wonder if his power distribution board is bad too, and that's why unplugging the power for the playfield was letting the DMD turn on.
Well, that would be a whole nother issue, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, unless you have something to power the LVDS converter separately, and you're just going to run 3 power sources.
Just for now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess we could do that just to make sure there's enough power going to
Turn the power switch off before you start.
All right, so I'm going to run a separate 12-volt power source to the LVDS then. And then re-plug in the DMD.
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
All right. All right.
Well, we made the best decision starting with a broken cabinet.
Yeah, this cabinet was actually like broken. Like, I actually don't have the ground connected. Is that?
It shouldn't cause a problem.
It shouldn't cause a problem, right? Let me just double check one more time. So if I plug it, if I turn it on.
MG, you can go watch some other content. I heard Brad is streaming.
All right. LVDS. It's on the back. Screen. DMD is on. Screen is on.
DMD cut out.
No, the DMD is on, but the there it goes.
The marquee just flashed too.
Yeah, it's kind of like flashing off and on. Like it kind of powers on and then like back off.
It's drawing too much power.
You think so? You see it? See how it's like that? It shouldn't be doing that, right?
Mm-mm.
All right. All right. Well, that was power splitting from the DMD back into that. Okay. And I did that part right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it worked when I did it on my cab, so I think something's up with that cabinet.
All right. Let me go get a 12-volt adapter real fast.
DMod, the DMD would flash blue with no signal. Nathan, no, he tested the LVDS converter already before we did this to make sure that the monitor worked because we weren't sure if the monitor was bad.
Yeah, the monitor does work. I use it to a separate HDMI source. So I just plugged in a separate 12 volts 5A adapter, and I'm going to re-plug in the stock power back into the DMD without the splitter. Okay. So that's going back into the DMD. And then that should be that.
James thinks we need 1.21 gigawatts.
All right, so now this is on permanently.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, it'll turn itself off, but now we'll see the DMD stays on.
Yeah, the DMD should stay on. Is that right?
Yep.
This is good. All right. All right. We're in a good place, y'all. We're in a somewhat decent place. We just right now have to have 3 power sources, but we're gonna troubleshoot and make sure that that can work out. In worst case scenario, you may need a separate power supply out that would go to both or something like that. So.
Yeah, it seems like something. It's probably a capacitor or something that's bad in that power
on his power supply.
Yeah,
like on this little thing right here. Like there's something bad here as well.
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Because yours worked when you split it, no issues.
Yep.
All right, this is not the official modding video. This is a live demonstration. For
MG, dude. MG's always gonna have some comment about something.
All right, we're plugging in the Pi. In 3, 2, 1, Pi.
This is also a prototype, right? So,
all right.
What happened?
I
What
don't
did you
know.
do?
Something's happening. It says erasing. Should it say
Yeah,
erasing?
so it's allocating to your SD card because you did a 128 gig.
Yes. Okay. I was like, all
So
right,
it
erasing,
should do that and then reboot.
and then reboot. Okay. Oh, Team Encoder logo. That made
That's good
sounds.
as long as it doesn't get stuck on it.
I remember the first time I was doing this mod ever, and like shit happened, and I was like, "Oh shit! Look at me! I'm a hacker!" I was like, we all felt that way when we had to do like the old PowerShell scripts, and we're like, "Type yes," and we're like, "Look at us trying to be wannabe hackers." So
Yes, I can rotate the logo. I just didn't do it. This is very, very prototype, like
a little
very
thing.
prototype.
I'm getting drunk and partying if this works. Woohoo. Yeah, we should take a shot if you want to. I mean, this is Zotan's like, it works, it's alive. This shit is taking a long time to load up though. I mean, is this normal?
Yeah, kind of. It's doing a first time setup, so like it erased
Okay.
everything and it has to set everything up. But if it sticks there for like more than a minute, I'd say that you should probably just swap to my SD card.
All right. So this was just the hardware portion of it, right? Because now we have to like log in and do some Wi-Fi shit to like get the rest of the trap working.
Yep.
Holy crap! We spent an hour and 12 minutes just getting the hardware portion. Just normally
you spent an hour and 12 minutes getting the hardware portion working.
Terrible instructions on getting.
I gave 0 instructions.
All right, well, both screens are working. It's it says Android. We're doing something.
I don't know what it's doing. It should have booted by now. There it goes.
Okay, all right. Look, we got something. All right, it's data X. Oh, okay. All right, let's take a look at this. All right, so here it is for the first time demoing. It says, "Welcome to Pinner, your digital pinball experience. Please set up your Wi-Fi by connecting to this Pinner setup Wi-Fi." Right?
Yep.
Use your phone or computer to connect to this network and then follow the setup instructions. So this is the part where you're talking about like, can I connect to this on my laptop and then share it?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. But then I'm not going to be able to, I don't want to share any other password thingies right there. So if I connect to Wi-Fi on the laptop, oh shoot, I have 2 laptops here. So I would disconnect from, I'm streaming from 2 laptops, so I can't connect to the Wi-Fi. So I have to connect to my phone then. Okay.
I guess so. I mean, you could just show your phone in front of the camera. It's not a big deal. I put screenshots of the interface on there. Just show yourself connecting to it. There is a password when you connect to it. It's not on the UI yet because, again, prototype.
All right, so here's my phone. Okay, we're going to look for Wi-Fi's. All right, so now you see the Pinner setup right here.
Yep.
You're going to click on that. And then what's
Pinner pass.
What?
Pinner pass.
Pinner pass, all one lowercase?
Yep, all lowercase.
Pinner pass. So like that, Pinner pass?
Yep.
All right, connect. See, this is high tech. I might even do this in a demo too. I mean, like, all right, checking the quality of your internet connection. All right, so if you skip the
Wi-Fi, it's supposed to tell you need to sign in.
All right, connect only this time. Do I just do always connect?
You just do this time, whatever.
Right, this time, it says connected without internet. Now do I go to a browser?
Well, there should have been a sign in. It should have said you need to sign in to this or whatever. You need to sign in to use this or something. Is it not doing that?
Sometimes depending if you have an Android or like
I have an Android. Are you on an iPhone or?
I'm on Android. If I just open up a new tab and just click on something. No.
I think it did. Did it do it?
No, it says no internet.
Try reconnecting to it.
It says connected without internet. Normally there's a thing that says.
Try disconnecting from it and reconnecting to it.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to do that on Android when it doesn't pop the sign in. It's annoying.
Right. Forget Pinner setup, Pinner pass, Pinner pass, all lowercase, connect, checking quality of your internet connection.
This actually gives me good feedback too.
Internet may not be available. If you want to connect with this internet access, connect only
Just
this time. So normally it would be like additional login required or something like
normally
that.
it's supposed to do that.
I see. Should I try a different phone just in case? It can be. Can any phone work?
Yeah, Zoltan says that it should have done it already, like that, or that it shows up in Wi-Fi or something. Because it worked for him and it worked for one of our other guys.
Huh?
So
Well,
I don't
I'm
know why
using
you
an
would probably
Android
disagree.
Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, something like that. So,
Yeah,
I'm
well, I
using,
got to figure that out because.
all right, let me try my iPhone. I have a different work phone.
But Zoltan said it should show up when you scroll down in the thing too. If you scroll down in the Wi-Fi menu.
In the Wi-Fi menu?
Yeah.
Wait, if I connect again, it'll say. All right.
I know the IP, MG. I just don't want him to type it in. I mean, you can type the IP in if you want to on the other phone, the Galaxy.
Okay. Well, let me just see if it works on the iPhone. See if it works there. Okay, so here's my iPhone. Let me try it one more
God,
time.
that screen, we can't see it. It's so washed out.
All right. Pinner.
Is that your work phone?
Yes.
Are you really connecting to something? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but tell my work.
It worked on my.
Oh,
There
look.
you go.
Is that work?
That
Is that what it
was
works?
what you got. And you can scan for your Wi-Fi networks. If you don't want to show people your Wi-Fi networks, you can not show them after you scan.
All right. Don't worry. I'll. So then I just log into my personal Wi-Fi right now.
Yep.
Okay. Don't hack into my work, Mystery Encoder. Okay. All right. So, all right, for the disclaimer, people, like, people are like, oh, you're doing this. Like, you don't have any other like visibility into people's shit because of all this stuff, right?
No, not at all. So the only thing this does is it does connect to our website, but it checks for a single script. It runs the script and it's for OTA updates. No information is transferred from your cabinet to us whatsoever.
Great. Good disclaimer. All right.
And there you go. It looks like you typed in your password. So now it's disconnecting from the access point that it created.
Okay.
And that'll take it a minute. And it's telling you on the screen what it's doing.
Yeah. So for here, I was just connected, and now I'm just connected back to my regular Wi-Fi on here. And now this is synced up to my Wi-Fi essentially.
Yep. Yeah, we definitely don't want your info. Zoltan's right. So now we have to see if it'll actually connect to your Wi-Fi, or if B has a screwed up Wi-Fi network and it doesn't connect, and then we have a whole other problem.
Or B mesh network, it should be fine, right? I mean,
I don't know, man. Everything you have is so fucking jank. Like the one time I asked you if you had a USB cable of some sort. Do you remember the USB-C cable thing?
Use case scenarios. You have to be able to test for all sorts of environments. And this,
you were like, God damn it, B. Did you type your password right?
Yeah. It says I'm connected back to this. What? Connection failed, timeout? Wait, what happened? Wi-Fi
it failed to connect.
Wi-Fi connection failed, unable to connect to your network. What happened, man?
I knew something with you was gonna go wrong. Like it's always. You have to redo it on your phone again.
Janky ass mod. Okay, wait. So what do I do? Do I start again?
Janky ass fucking Wi-Fi network is what it is.
Okay. See, Alan knows that this is the worst case user testing because like people will go through this shit. All right, do I reboot everything?
No, you go through this shit. Most people don't go through half the shit we go through on your streams.
See, you put in an error message because you know people would have this failed shit on here. Okay.
Yeah, you probably typed your password to your Wi-Fi wrong.
I didn't. It connected again. All right. All right, let me do it again. All right, my networks. All right, back to this again. We're going. What happens if I skip that Wi-Fi setup? Disable online features and updates, but you can still play it.
No, you won't be able to enable the stuff you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, Cornercade would have gotten this right the first time. So Cyan just insulted you.
You would, huh? Okay, all right. We're trying it again. We're trying it again.
Did you type the password right? Did you make sure?
So if I typed it in wrong, is that the error message that would come up?
Probably.
Okay, all right. So yeah, maybe I didn't remember my Wi-Fi password. Maybe I was just showing you all the options of things that could happen, right? Like that's what this is
Or
for.
does it have like good signal from where you are?
Yeah, I'm
What was
Wi-Fi
the
on both of my
percentage?
laptops right now. So both
But
of
what
these
was the
devices.
percentage? Like, oh, there we go. Cool.
Okay,
You
yeah,
typed the password wrong the first
no,
time. See? You
you
fucking
gave
typed the
wrong
password wrong the
instructions.
first time. I fucking called it.
Okay, I might have typed in the password wrong. So if you type it in wrong, you're gonna get an error message. Just do it again. All right. So now you know to add that into the instructions. Type in your password correctly.
I fucking called it, man.
Worst case user scenarios is what we're doing today, folks. I mean, this is for your entertainment pleasure, right? Like exactly. She might have changed the password right away. You never know. You never.
So the
Okay, well,
Wi-Fi is the internet portion of this is only for updates. Everything else functions without internet. Even if you disconnect it from your Wi-Fi or you do whatever, it's only for updates.
okay,
The only thing is the cabinet has to be on your Wi-Fi so that you can manage it because that's where the settings have been moved to. Somebody asked what happens if the server goes down.
got it. Okay.
So yeah, there's no server involved. Just to make that clear.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason a server exists is so that if we make updates for VPX or something like that in the future, if we do VPX, I don't know if we're going to, that we're able to push it, or if we find a bug post-release that I can, fix that for people. Okay, so
we're in.
only being enabled right now is Pinball Arcade.
Okay.
So you shouldn't be able to navigate left and right.
I hear solenoids, but that's good.
Which means my drunk soldered hat works. But
yeah. Okay. So should I test Pinner Arcade? Is there anything on it right now?
So you need to, like I said earlier before we started live, I had mentioned to be that right now this doesn't exist, but eventually the launcher will have a QR code that you scan.
Okay.
On the last page past Pinball Arcade.
Okay.
And that will take you to the web interface for it. But you need to go find the IP address for the Orange Pi now because it doesn't have the QR code to scan.
And how do I do
you need to log into your router. Other people don't need to do this. It's just a B thing.
So I have to log into my router and then look for the IP address
And find the IP of the Orange Pi, yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Damn it.
I did this part just to make it painful for you because that QR code would have taken me 5 minutes.
God damn it. All right. I don't know if I can I think okay, I have my router app on my phone. Can I get the IP address of things connected to it from here?
Yeah, or
Device
there should be
manager.
a devices thing, a devices list, and you should see an Orange Pi 5 on the network.
Okay, so yeah, so here's my Orbi because I'm using Orbi, and then it has the device list. So games, so media player, desktop, Samsung, Chrome network, iPad. Oh my god.
You have too much crap on your network. Stop connecting.
Yeah, I do. I gotta clean up this shit.
Stop connecting all your Gundam toys to your network, all right?
Fuck you. There's no Gundam stuff in here.
You had to think about it, though. You had to think about it. You have to had Wi-Fi.
Asshole. All right. Does it say Orange Pi? I don't see it.
It should say OPI 5 Max or something like that.
OPI 5 Max. Maybe I skipped it. I don't see it. Eyeball. That's my Stern stuff. Generic Dell. God, there's 100 fucking devices on this thing.
There is another option.
Apple. P30. There's a generic thing. There shouldn't be generic, right?
It could be. I don't know. Your Wi-Fi network could be weird.
Would it tell me the ones that are actually connected right now? Okay. These are the ones that should be connected to right now. Oh, there's one that says Android generic.
That's probably it.
Right?
Yeah, unless you have
devices, I don't see any.
Unless you're one of those really bad people that has one of those Android TV boxes where you pirate all your TV shows, then
no,
Android generic
nobody has one of those. But yeah, there's nothing in the connected devices right now that says.
Then try the
anything.
Android generic one. I mean, you'll know if you try to connect to it because you're gonna open a web browser, put the IP in, and put the port 8080.
Okay.
But like I said, the final version, the launcher will have a QR code that people can scan that'll automatically open it.
Okay, so then it shows me the IP address on here. So now what do I do?
Copy it into your browser and then put port 8080 and visit it.
Okay, hold on. Let me do it on this.
Are you doing this on your computer?
Yeah. So at the address, and then what do I type after it?
Colon 8080.
Okay. 8080. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me screen share this so that now I can screen share this, right? Once it's in the Pinner management thing.
Yep.
All right. Look at this. This is fun. Okay, so let me share my screen. I'm going to share a tab. Chrome tab. This one. Okay.
I don't see anything.
No, hold on. Give me a second.
No,
Right there,
you did it wrong.
No, show your face. This, right?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
So
all right. I did. So once I got the IP address, it showed up on my phone, on my connected router devices. But you're saying there's going to be a QR code to get this, but type it into your browser, colon 8080, and then this.
Yeah. So in the future, QR code so that you can scan it and it's easy and people don't have to find IP addresses and do crazy stuff. I just like torturing B sometimes.
The fact that I actually even was able to get into my router on my phone and do that without having to like plug shit into it was half the battle. Like, holy crap.
Yep.
All right.
So now you can choose what you want your start page to be, like you could in the old launcher. You know how you had the settings page in the old launcher there?
Okay.
So now all of that management is done through this. The front white buttons don't bring you there anymore.
Nice. Okay.
And so you can choose your start page. You can enable Marvel, Star Wars, Williams, Zen Pinball, Pinball Arcade, even though Pinball Arcade's enabled by default.
So
But you can enable whatever you need to.
This is the legal rights confirmation. You said by enabling this page, you confirm you have appropriate legal rights to use it on your Arcade1Up cabinet, that you own a specific table of software or have proper licensing reasons to use it. I agree. Damn,
I didn't know you owned all those tables, B.
I absolutely have the legal rights to test this for entertainment purposes only. So wait, do I have to click the Pinball Arcade one already, or
I would just do it, yeah.
And since this is a Marvel cabinet, I'm gonna put start page as Marvel for funsies.
Yep.
So
now if you click reboot cabinet, when it turns back on,
configuration.
Yeah.
All right,
When you
configuration.
click reboot cabinet, when it turns back on, it will show Marvel, or it should.
Oh, I see. Because this is that Pinball Arcade interface, and then from there, is there like another home thingy to like move left and right, or?
What do you mean?
Like this right here on the.
Yeah, it'll start at Marvel, and it'll be like Pinner 3.9, where you went through the different pages.
Oh, I see. But you can like just click on it, and it'll boot into that. I see. So this is like the old like home screen where it like goes left and right, whatever. Okay.
Yep. So you have to reboot after you enable them all.
The rest of the stuff. Do I need to do any of this stuff yet?
Not yet. We're gonna reboot and enable all the stuff first.
All right. So rebooting, like turning this off.
No. There's a reboot button in the panel.
In the panel. Where's the panel? Where?
In system controls.
Oh, here, reboot cabinet.
Yep.
All right, reboot cabinet.
And it might say that there was an error. This isn't fully polished yet, but it's only saying there's an error because it couldn't talk to it anymore to get status of the reboot.
Okay. Let's see if I can do another screen. Well, you guys can see it right from here, right? So, I mean, you can still see.
I can. Right, it's not great, but I think people know what Pinner 3.9 looks like.
We'll just do that for right now, and then I'll pull up the other screen in a second. Okay. All right. I was curious about looking at the interface. So, I mean, like you made it kind of definitely like cleaner with extra buttons and things. So before, this was all done through Wi-Fi now. Before, we had to had a micro USB cable plugged into the original PCB and then into your computer and then do the interface. So nice. So this is all essentially wireless connection now once you get that little funky typing your password correctly, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's only difficult for B.
Shut your face. Question from Video Game Vegas. Are all the tables already installed, included on an SD card, or do we have to download ROMs off Pinball Arcade's and Android tables?
You don't need to do Pinball Arcade stuff. You do need to legally purchase Zen Android tables and Zen Williams tables.
Yes.
which is the next step of this. So if you just want to test it out on Marvel or something, this is a Marvel cabinet. We can just show that the stock stuff works first.
Oh, but let me I could go left and right now though, or no?
Yep, you should be able to. So somebody told me that turns black when you go to Star Wars. I don't know why yet. I didn't know that when I sent you that image. Yeah, for some reason the Star Wars image turned black and it's not supposed to.
All right, there's.
So I have to fix that, but. So you have Zen, Pinball Arcade. You could show off Pinball Arcade first if you wanted to. I don't really care what you show off first.
All right, so but Star Wars is broken. Blame Mystery Encoder.
That's B's fault, but
oh, I didn't even press anything. Something just booted.
I think Star Wars just booted. I think you did.
How did it boot if I didn't press the start button?
You did. I don't know.
Does this? Okay.
The audio should be working.
All right, audio is working. All right, let me just launch and just jump into a pinball table really fast.
So the nice thing is, by default, this all runs at 1080p because that's no longer an issue with Williams.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Or overheating. So that should actually look better than it did on the stock one. But you can tell DMD, plunger, solenoid, sound, all of it should work.
Okay. Let's get the actual ball. Launch.
Here's where the fun begins.
Launching the ball. Launch. Okay.
So it should run a lot better than it did stock.
Yeah, it looks pretty clean. Looks really nice.
Yep. So now,
and then the accelerometer, the stock stuff, everything works. So, or is that the gyro now on the Pi?
So the gyro that's on the Pi is a gyro and an accelerometer, and so that does work.
Okay.
It's a little too sensitive right now. I'm working on calibrating it more.
Let me try to catch the flipper and see if I can shake the table and just see what happens. I'm just kind of curious. All right, ball save. Let me catch it on the flipper. Come on, I suck. Hey. Oh, all right. I'm too much of a real pinball player now, you know.
Well, I saw you shaking it.
Oh my god, I can't catch the freaking ball on the flipper. Cat! Oh my freaking gosh! What the heck? All right, this is terrible. All right, I seriously cannot catch the ball. That was the dumbest game I've ever played ever. All right.
So to exit from Star Wars after this,
okay,
is going to be a different thing.
All right. Catch. All right. So I caught the ball in the left flipper. I'm just shaking the table. There's some nudge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a mouse mode or something like that?
What do you mean?
I just saw something fly on the table. Oh, wait, never mind. That's probably the actual thing. Okay. So I'm shaking the table and then the ball's moving. But is there a delay? Is that what you were saying? Remember from the original thing?
Yeah, there's some stuff that we're messing with. It's too sensitive on some tables.
Yeah.
But they also have their own calibration where you can turn it up or down.
All right, so I just tilted right now, but you can see that the accelerometer does work. So from a virtual standpoint, like there's no extra button like on the Legends pinball. So the only way to nudge is to actually physically have a good accelerometer.
Yeah, and the reason we introduced our own gyro / accelerometer is because the stock one wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And it also was known to like burn out or stop working correctly.
Yeah.
And so that's also why ours is removable the way that you were able to just pull it off.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that way, if it did ever burn out, they're cheap. They're like $2 on Amazon or something, and it can just be replaced.
Nice. Okay, let's get into exiting. How do you exit?
Launch button and right flipper together. Hold them down.
Launch button and right flipper. Okay.
Yeah. So I moved it from the white buttons because the white buttons were confusing.
All right. So hold.
And that is a lot more consistent than it used to be.
Ew.
You got to do it again.
So that exited to the actual home thing, but then now it's going to do it again.
Yeah, I don't know why it booted again. It wasn't supposed to. Maybe I don't have the new launcher. Let go quickly because the launcher might be seeing you press the freaking button still. I corrected this in a newer version of the launcher. There it goes.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so that's a little hotkey exit button action. I like it. Cool.
Yep. And so now Pinball Arcade or Zen tables. What do you want to show?
Let's do Pinball Arcade.
Cool.
So then jump into here.
Yep.
And I like how you're just lazy and just mirrored the back glass with the thing. Like you couldn't come up with anything else with the DMD. I mean,
you can fuck right off. That's what you can do.
I know somebody's gonna mention that. I'd be like, what? Did you do anything for the DMD? All right. Pinball Arcade. Welcome. Okay.
So the left white button goes back because we're not going to want to play the Frankenstein table, and the DMD is messed up on the Frankenstein table.
Okay.
But the launch button gets you out of this screen.
Launch button.
So press the left white button. There you go.
Okay.
So this is the new Pinball Arcade interface where you can scroll left and right through it instead of having to use, like, I don't know if you remember, it was like a mouse before.
Yeah.
That you had to have.
Nice.
And I have to thank 2 people in the community for this, because 2 people worked really hard on the camera settings for this so that we could get this all done faster, and that's D Helix and Vulong.
So are all these like enabled on here already?
Yes.
So I can play Circus Voltaire?
Yes.
All right. Ooh, nice.
Now press the A button again, or the launch button, whatever.
Okay.
Press the launch button again. And now you see it fills the whole table screen. Your plunger works, your flippers work, and the DMD works in PBA now, and it didn't before.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you have a full cabinet view now.
What was it before? Like, I guess I probably need to share some like before and after, right? But
You had camera angles before where you had to switch them around and stuff. So this is what I did was I actually ported the VPX POV camera into Pinball Arcade. So what you have is a POV camera now.
Nice. Very cool. But you couldn't get the solenoids working, man? Like, what the hell?
Not yet. Not for B. B's not allowed to have that.
But that's the goal, is to actually have solenoid support?
They'll work when we release, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just giving you shit. But yeah, okay. So there's no solenoids right now, but in the final release, that should be working.
So if you press the left white button, that's to exit, and it'll ask you for confirmation.
The performance on this real quick. Does this have an accelerometer too working?
Not yet.
No?
I don't think so. It might. I don't know. It does. Okay, yeah.
See?
Yeah, I know. I guess I fixed it in the image that I sent you. I forgot.
Yeah. All right. We got nudge support.
I didn't test it yet.
Like Circus Voltaire is like one of my fucking favorite.
But so this is available in the Williams app if you own it in the Williams Android app too.
Yeah. Okay.
If you like the Zen version.
The only thing that's missing on this is like Pinball is the actual like solenoid support. But other than that, like the fact that you're
and then you'll have full DMD, you'll have full POV view, you'll have the nudge working. The plunger works now in PBA, and it runs a lot better than it used to, and you have that new camera.
Yeah, this is fucking badass. This is great. And then to get into the actual menu select again,
you press the left white button.
Left white button. Are you sure you want to save any other progress? Yes.
And then press the left white button again.
Again, and then you back into this menu.
Yeah, and so there's something else we should go over too, which is if you're on a table and you press the right white button before you're in the table,
okay,
that gets you into the settings where you can view the high scores and stuff.
Okay.
Just like it's basically made to replicate the Zen tables.
This is already like Pinball Arcade, since it's like not released anymore, and you're including all the stuff. You have Funhouse, Space Shuttle, Taxi Thunderbird, Medieval Madness, Arabian Nights. Like
there's 100 tables, dude.
How much?
100.
There's 100 tables in Pinball Arcade. You got your Twilight. This is the main reason why you wanted to do this, right? Twilight Zone.
Yeah, and the Twilight Zone camera might be screwed up in this SD image, but it'll be fixed by.
Just look at it. You got Elvira Party Monsters on here. Holy shit! This is fucking badass. I mean, you could have used higher resolution images for these. I mean, come on, but
you can kiss my ass. That's what you can do.
He could have filled up this bottom and left screen with some other things.
You can. You know what I'll fucking. You know what I'll fill it up with? The top will say B and the bottom will say sucks.
Right? Look at this. Like this. This is pretty cool. This is way better, easy to navigate, because before I remember you had to like
do Terminator 2.
T2?
Yeah, why not?
All right, T2. We're getting into T2. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And like this again is already, you don't have to do any additional downloads or things like that on this. Like just the fact that Pinball Arcade is working at this level is like worth the mod. Yep. Like beyond
the working DMD. So right now, if you press the right white button, just to show. So now you know how in the Zen you can navigate that way. So before you needed a mouse to go up and down. Now you can do it with the flippers.
Yeah, very nice.
And so you can view your high scores. You can view the goals on the table. So that's one of the cool things about PBA. On the Williams mobile app, I love the fact that there's goals. So you have goals on this where you can actually do these things just for fun.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Very cool.
The other thing that I would mention is the ability to switch your ball matters, because right now that ball looks like it's sliding because you don't see the rotation in it.
Is there a way to do that?
The ball kind of looks like it's sliding to me.
It just might be the camera angle. I mean, it's kind of
no. Like when I play, the ball looks like it's sliding.
You play it, okay?
Yeah, but so if other people notice that same concept and the physics feel floaty, I recommend switching the ball to like the 8-ball or something, because then you can see the rotation better.
It looks good to me. I see what you mean. Like, there's nothing else that like on the pinball is just kind of floating versus rotating.
Yeah. Fanatic is asking if you can change your camera. He says it looks washed out.
Yeah, you want to help me buy a better camera that captures stuff? I don't know. Like, I guess I could have also did HDMI out to like stream capture this too. So that's another thing that I probably could do for the tutorial is like screen capture and then show a version of this too. But I don't know if there's a better way I can get the angle to not look less out, because this is just a regular webcam.
The other thing to keep in mind is, I don't know if this will be fixed by the time we release, but when you exit a table, you get all the way back to the beginning of the list. That's a pretty big annoyance.
Also, when you exit?
Yeah, when you go back from here, you'll end up right back there.
I see.
So it's a pretty big annoyance.
But 100 tables? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big issue with how many tables there are.
Yeah. Is there like a shortcut thing?
Nope.
I think it's fine. I mean, like, yeah, you have to kind of scroll through, but it's like a wheel, like you would in.
So if you keep going, there's things that can get you copyright strikes too.
Oh, like if I listen to the music?
Yeah.
Examples?
You'll see them.
Getaway, teed off, T2, class of 81, or 82. High speed. Oh, I just held it down. Look, Addams Family, Dracula, Party Zone, Starship Troopers, Jackpot. Oh, I held it down and now I can't, like, it's just going by itself. Don't hold it down.
Yeah, just hit the left. Just keep hitting it. There you go.
There you go. Bone Bashers, Dax.
You passed the one that would get you.
Ghostbusters, Lords of Fury, Will Nelly, Big Buck Hunter, Paragon, Championship Soccer. Yeah, I can see if you're exiting, you had to start all over from the beginning again. It would be a little annoying. So, oh, there's Bonsai Run on here.
I don't think I've ever tried Bonsai Run.
Bonsai Run's the game that has like the back glass is a fucking like thing. I'm actually really curious to see what that.
Oh, I don't. So that's another caveat to this: is the DMD doesn't work properly for everything. Is it a black screen?
It is a black screen.
Maybe we didn't do the camera for that one yet.
Black screen of death. You cannot do
Why
anything
not do
for Bonsai Run.
Wait, is it actually like fully dead?
Playing blind right now. Yeah.
What the hell?
All right, exit. I'm sure you want to exit.
Oh, there you go. I thought you meant like completely. All right, yeah, go back.
I mean, there's nothing there, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do Ghostbusters or something. Oh well, Fanatic's asking for Pinbot, but
Pinbot. All right. Tales of Arabian Nights, Black Hole, Theater Magic, Monster Bash, Big Shot. This is a good list of games. You can play Elvira Party Monster. So many people like Elvira. So Scared Stiff is on here too. Those are awesome. Whitewater, Centaur, Going Nuts, Getaway, Terminator 2. You want a Pinbot?
Well, Pinbot was near the beginning, so you might as well do Ghostbusters.
Oh, whoops. Addams Family. I think that was the one like I tested a bunch of. It was like Jackpots. Oh, Roadshow. That's one on the Williams thing too. Fortune Tomcat, Judge Dredd, TX. This is good stuff, man. I mean, just looking through this. Oh, AC/DC's on here. Okay. This is like the Stern AC/DC?
Yeah.
You didn't hear anything. Yes.
So this is the one that I first tested the VPX camera POV with. You can see the bottom of the flippers and stuff now.
How about volume control? Does the volume knob work on this or no?
It might not work in PBA.
Is that from the beginning setting? You have to do it again, or?
Yeah, but I can make it work in PBA.
Right. But anyways, 19K Fox, eat your heart out, because this is a table he was actually interested in like buying in real life. So I mean, yeah, AC/DC Bell. Very cool. There's some good stuff on here. All right, excellent. I freaking love it. This is exciting, and the accessibility, like I said, at first I was like, oh, there's
Yeah.
so many parts. There's like hardware, there's software stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
but the quality of life is the
Yeah.
quality of life to this is definitely improved. It's like I
Yeah.
said, it's made to be as easy as possible now compared
And
to
then you hold the
before.
2 buttons on the right, and you exit out. Like, holy crap! Like, yeah, this is
Yep.
super simple. I guess the most complicated thing will be like adding the Zen tables again, right?
Yep. And so we can do that real quick.
Okay.
If you remember your Google account.
I don't, but I'd have to do that on this thing right here.
Yep. Somebody asked how the flipper lag is. What's your opinion on that?
It was good. I didn't feel too much flipper lag. Again, I don't play it all the time, but you know, response rate was decent.
Do you think it was
I had a
better
hard time
than?
catching the ball. That's user issue. It's
Do you
been
think it
so
was
long
better than the
since
stock one?
it's been so long. I have no idea. Like,
So I'll tell you that one of the guys on our team, he tested the
Yeah.
stock board before he installed this.
Yeah.
And he installed this and he said, dude, I hated playing this thing and now I'm playing it more than my 4KP because it's actually more playable than it ever has been.
In the 4KP, yeah, it's good.
Well, he's
I
saying
mean,
that the 1-Up is more playable. Like he said, he's actually enjoying it now, even on the stock tables, because before he could feel it like lagging, even in the 720p. And he's saying that with what we've done to it now, that because there's other optimizations in place, this isn't just a board in there, right? There's a lot of software stuff going on.
You may find a broken used Arcade1Up Pinball table. I might have to find one eventually too. I don't know. So we'll see. This is going back to B6 or whatever. So yeah.
So you're gonna have to click sign into Google.
Okay.
And then you're gonna have to hide your screen because after when you go to type your password in, but you'll get it. So this can only well, not yet. You don't have to hide it yet. People have to see what we're doing.
Okay. All right. All right.
So you click that button. It tells you that this can only happen once, but that's not true because you can clear them. So what you're going to do is you're going to click in the email phone area. Yep. And then this is not an actual like remote viewing thing. If you look at your cabinet, that screen's actually on there.
Oh yeah.
So you're controlling your cabinet through the screen right now.
Oh, interesting.
So what you have to do though is you have to click that type button at the bottom left to actually be able to type in.
The bottom left?
On the bottom left of the web screen, there's a type button.
Oh, here.
And that'll give you a text box to type into to send it to the cabinet.
Oh, okay. So then this is where I type in the Google thing
that
I use.
Type in your email.
I don't even remember. I think I bought them using my... So you would type in the email address?
Yep.
And it would send it to the cabinet?
Yep. And you just click next.
Okay. Tap registered.
And this is where you want to hide your screen so you can type your password in.
Got it. See, nobody look. Nobody look. All right, so I'd have to do the same thing, right? Type.
Yep.
Hit send. And then hit next.
Yep.
And then it should give me a 2-step verification. Okay. All right.
And then just accept that and then turn off the backup that's going to pop up after this.
Turn this off?
Yeah, because you don't really need a device backup, right? How are you even going to restore it?
Mm-hmm.
So then you're done and you have gone back to Pinner. So click return to Pinner interface on the top. It says like click here, return to Pinner interface or whatever.
Right here?
Yeah, that.
Yep. You're done?
Because you're done. Because if you look at the cabinet, it's back at the normal stuff.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so now the cabinet has your Google signed in. And now you can just scroll down and click get Zen tables. Oh shit, it launched it. I don't know why. That's a problem I'm having. No, it's a problem I'm having where it's randomly launching stuff and it's not supposed to. Will you exit it? Because we don't want it open.
Exit out?
Yeah.
Okay.
If for whatever reason it's randomly detecting the launch button press.
Yeah, it was doing that earlier. That's when I got
It's a bug that I know of. I haven't fixed it yet. So just click get own Zen tables.
Okay. Get own Zen tables? Okay.
Get owned Zen tables.
It'll only work if you are signed into Google.
And so now what you're going to see happen is it's going to say launch Zen download successfully, wait for Zen to close. And in a second here, we're going to see the original Zen Pinball app pop up on the cabinet as long as this is working. The fact that it's not working is kind of concerning.
There was something that was supposed to happen on here.
Yeah.
What happens if I use the wrong email and that was not the one that I had?
Nothing. It should have launched the app, but it's not doing it, and I don't know why. Try clicking it again.
Click get owns in tables.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't click clear Google accounts.
Already running.
So it's doing something. I don't know. Your cabinet's fucky. I don't know, not your cabinet, but this setup is fucky. Why don't we just click download discontinued Zen tables so we can at least show off the Zen app?
Is it already running?
Reboot the cabinet and then click download discontinued Zen tables. We'll do that.
Reboot cabinet. All right, let's do that. All right, isn't this fun, folks? This is, for folks that have been following along, thank you guys so much for watching this hour and 50-minute live stream demo.
2 hours now.
Yes. And thank you so much for my first super chat in 5 months. Jason Little Alien, best mod in the business, just like old times. Thank you so much for that. All right, it's rebooting just like
2 hour
old times.
stream from this. You've never been on a stream with us doing one of these.
Yeah, it's pretty much there. I mean, I'm trying to see like even StreamYard has changed. I'm trying to look through all my stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, I used to have videos for when people super chatted me. I used to have this stuff of Mrs. Kong's Arrest. People don't even remember who she is. This was the original ever Mrs. Kong's Arrest intro to the world of YouTube.
Hi, this is Mrs. Kong's Arrest, and are you ready to get big, buck, wild? Well, let's go.
Yeah, she didn't even have the hair color anymore. Fun times. Fun times. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that.
Kevin's booted again. Let's go ahead and click download discontinued Zen tables.
All right, download discontinued Zen tables. I agree. Downloaded discontinued tables.
So now go launch the Zen Pinball app and
on the actual cabinet itself.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna hit the right.
So the get own tables will be it just logs into your Google account and grabs what you own and downloads it to the cabinet. And then when you launch this app, you'll see
Team Encoder presents.
You want to make it full screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it full screen right now, so we don't need to look at that
anymore. Yeah, so it launches just like the other stock apps now, instead of being the Zen Pinball app that people are used to.
Yeah, no, this is nice. It's like a new interface, right?
Yep. Hopefully this worked. There you go. Discontinued table there.
So these are the discontinued tables that you mentioned?
Yeah, so this is another big change. If you launch one of these.
Okay.
Oh, there's also, go back down, go exit this one.
Do I press the left one? Okay.
Well, no, it was, I can't read it. B's gonna press the wrong button and delete all of his games. Yeah. Plants vs. Zombies, you didn't call that out. Go right.
Want to do Plants vs. Zombies?
Yeah, that we couldn't even do that on the original Zen app.
Oh,
that didn't exist.
All right.
You don't remember, do you?
I have no idea. It's been years, man. All right.
So
cool.
You have an actual table view and a proper DMD now. It's not mirrored anymore.
Oh yeah, because they used to have the little DMD on the screen right here that people were like shitting about on 3.9, right?
And your plunger works properly, and all of those things work properly. And this is every table should work perfectly, as if it was one of the ones that were in the stock apps.
All right, solenoids are working. Perfect. Take it back. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, that looks so clean. DMD in the back. Dude, the fact that you even got it looking like the other pinball tags, like, that's huge.
Yeah. So all Zen tables work that way now. So if you exit this and then without showing it on your computer, you visit that URL that I gave you attached to the thing.
So exit to main menu, right? Or I can just, do I just have to exit the whole thing? Like,
yeah, just exit the whole thing because we're going to unlock everything.
All right.
We're going to force it to download everything.
Okay. This is not available. Can I just try doing the get Zen tables again and see what happens?
I mean, if you want to, but I was going to say just use the URL I gave you in private chat.
Okay. Okay. Where do I type that into?
You're going to put it at the end of the URL on the web interface.
Okay, and you don't want me to show that, right?
No, because it's only for testing purposes.
Okay. All right, and now it says status success, all tables added.
Yeah, so now if you launch Zen Pinball again.
All right, let's do it one more time. Launching Team Encoder presents. So then it's really fast then, right? So normally it would check like which tables you own.
Yeah.
Then, all right.
Yep.
So we're gonna hit this. Go back here. And then it has yeah. All right.
So technically you would only see what you own, right?
What's that? Okay.
I said technically you would only see what you own.
Mm-hmm. And is this all the Zen tables?
Yeah. From the Zen mobile app.
Okay, from the Zen mobile. Oh, okay. It started on the right hand side and then like, oh man.
That's because the last table you played was over there.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. So it does stay on the last table. Very cool. So I mean you have more of those Star Wars tables. And so you could play like the Star Wars or Marvel games that are on here instead of through the other one, right?
Yeah, but we're not.
Are there duplicated ones like that
no,
are on? Like...
we tried to remove them.
Oh, so you removed any of the duplicated like Star Wars?
Even if you own them, we remove them because these require fixes that happen in memory to make the tables work because they're not supposed to be in that app.
Mm-hmm. Very
but
cool.
So like if you launch Doom, for instance, it's all 1080p now, so it's not running at that 720p that we used to have to deal with, and there's a lot less lag. On top of the DMD being properly set up and stuff. I don't think it's going to look good anyway because your camera's washed out, but...
Okay. Okay, we'll start soon. Got the DMD working and everything too?
Yep. So every table should have the DMD working, and you should be able to see a quality difference. I don't know if anybody on the screen is going to be able to see it.
I know you can't really see the quality, and there's a big. Wait, maybe if I turn off the light that's shining right above here, then maybe. maybe.
A little bit.
But yeah, it's like much better quality.
Yeah.
And this is the stock screen, right? Imagine if you had the 32-inch mod too.
Yeah, it definitely has. It looks like it has more depth now too than it ever did when like you ran it in the normal Zen app.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. All right, let's just hit the start button.
So next thing, if you don't want to play this, is we need to launch the Williams app, the stock Williams app.
All right. What was that?
I said we need to launch the stock Williams app now.
Okay.
Because so there's the Williams app on your phone. He is not enabled to super sampling yet, Zoltan. There's the stock Williams app, and then there's the app that you have on your phone. So you know they made Williams Pinball for phones, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So the not Pinball FX, but the Williams app on your phone, on Android specifically, it will not work if you do it on iPhone. If you purchase or unlock the tables on there, and then in the web interface tell it to get those tables that you own, there's that button too. You will unlock them in the stock Williams app.
So you're saying that if you own the original Williams tables that you downloaded, it'll work here too with that same login?
Yeah, with your Google login. So on the interface, on the web interface, if you want to bring it up real quick, again, there was two buttons. There's Get Owned Zen Tables, and there's Get Owned Williams Tables.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Nice.
So that, you don't have to click it because you obviously didn't play that mobile app, I'm sure, or unlock or buy those tables. The only exclusion to that is indie. We can't support indie.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But if you go back
under this interface here, like the stock Williams one, it would be the 10 plus whatever ones that you own.
Yeah, plus the ones that you've unlocked on the Williams mobile app. So you might want to make it full screen again.
Okay. All right. Let's remove that and go back to this view. Okay. So I'm sorry,
I think Dr. Dude is one that was not on the table originally, right?
Yeah.
It's so washed out. You're going to have to go to a different one.
Sorry, Dr. Dude.
Oh, I think the light made it worse.
What's that?
We can't see. I think turning the light off made it worse. We can't see anything.
Yeah, does that help? Kind of?
Little bit.
All right. Yeah, sorry. It's not the best for things.
Yeah.
Party Zone.
Black Rose. So basically, if you own these tables on the Williams mobile app, you can actually play these now. And so I was saying earlier, one of those tables that you were playing was something that's actually in here. So you have Theater of Magic, Space Station, Funhouse, Whitewater is one of the stock ones. Hurricane, Attack from Mars, those are stock. Fishtails is stock. Getaway stock. Stock. So those are your 10 stock tables right there.
Yeah. Nice. Very cool. Good stuff. Good stuff.
But so yeah, now you can actually play these other aftermarket Williams tables as long as you own them in your Williams mobile app.
Yeah. Okay. So the key is, does the Zen pinball app still allow you to buy tables?
Yeah.
I think that was, it does.
As long as they're not discontinued, it still lets you buy them, and the 1.49 version is the latest.
Okay. And then the discontinued tables, you have a way for them to like click on that and
Yep.
get those at least. Okay. So for ones that you can still purchase, you're going to need to do that. So I'll make sure to include that portion on the tutorial so you can support. I'll make sure the email address I use is correct that links it. So that's one of those pieces. So there's some other options on here too, just to kind of like walk through them. It says download system logs. Is that just for issues and management?
Yes. If anybody has an issue, we're going to have them send us the logs. And so that just makes it really easy to get the logs off your cabinet.
All right. So we had Pinner reboot. So check for Pinner updates. So you'll potentially have future updates for.
Yep.
Okay. And then enabling super sampling 4K.
So that is an interesting thing. Apparently Pinball Arcade lags in it. I haven't thoroughly tested it yet. But what this does is it actually sets your cabinet to render at a 4K resolution.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're on a 1080p monitor, that adds anti-aliasing. So a lot of the jaggies go away if you're playing in 4K.
So there's also, if I click on a button, would it work?
Huh?
Would it work now if I clicked on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I should look at a table. Like, is there a way to undo it?
Yeah. You can disable it after. It'll turn into a disable button.
Okay. And then I'm curious for like a before and after like close up. It's gonna be hard to show on here without like doing.
Yeah, with the camera right now, I don't think it'll make a huge difference.
Oh, I wonder if I can grab a capture card. I can capture card. That'd be fun, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So you have that, and then you have the MSAA, which is anti-aliasing as well.
Nice. All right. I have a capture card. Let's do this.
I'm gonna scroll through questions while you do your capture card.
Do that. So Colin L says, "Thank you for the 199 super chat." Zen Pinball World, is that a new app?
Yeah. So World is their Pinball FX for mobile.
Okay.
It's not currently supported. I don't know if it ever will be. I can't guarantee that. I think VPX is a higher priority than that. Because VPX standalone means that we'll be able to do VPX tables as well. And when I do that, I'll be modifying standalone to support the DMD and the solenoids and the buttons and all of that stuff. And so that's future potential, right? If we do VPX standalone, it means VPX tables, like they run on the 4KP. And I think there's over 300 tables that they currently run on the 4KP with that. And Biggie D's asking, when can we buy the boards and parts we will need? That's going to be probably 2 weeks from now, which I said on PW stream a week ago. Yeah, so on the Williams app, as long as they say that you own it to where they allow you to do the free play on it, this will recognize that you own it and it will unlock it. So that first free table that they give you is one that will get unlocked on this as well. You cannot Video Game Vegas. You can't buy the tables on the Arcade1Up itself. Technically, it's possible, but don't want to do it because then you have to enter your credit card on this third-party device, and that doesn't sound like a good thing to do.
All right, give me a second. I think I have added an extra camera.
Yeah, Video Game Vegas, you don't have to transfer ROMs from Zen Studio purchases to the cab like you did before. There's no computer involved anymore. As long as you have bought them on Android, whether it be a phone, BlueStacks, or any other emulator for Android where you're able to buy the tables, as long as you've bought them on that Google account, you can unlock them on the table or download them on the table. And Ghostbusters does work, to answer one of your older questions from a long time ago that I scrolled back through.
Sorry about that. All right. I did the screen share, but freaking StreamYard is so limited. It's not in the correct thing. So we can look at it sideways, but it's better
than nothing, I guess.
All right. So I have screen capture of this, so we can see it from here and from here as well. So you can
You
kind of
can't
see it.
rotate it.
What's that?
You can't rotate it.
It won't let me rotate it as an option in StreamYard, unfortunately. So if I was
That's lame.
it's very lame. It's one of those features in StreamYard.
You
I'm
should have
like,
done
come on.
you should have done an OBS virtual cam and then rotated
Yeah,
in
I
OBS.
don't live stream that often, but this could happen. Okay, so let's
You're a professional live streamer. Don't even lie.
I know. I'm just posing as a live streamer right now because
So somebody asked, what do we do with the Pi Zero and the back glass when connection to this mod? So the original Pi Zero, if you remember, a long time ago, I introduced a back glass mod for the stock PCB. That connected over USB. You can connect over USB to this as well, and the back glass will work in the launcher, but it's not set up for the individual apps yet. I'm hoping to have that done by release, but I'm not sure yet. And that should answer Matik's question as well.
Okay. So there's a table that like looks really bad with Jag. I think I remember it was like Boba Fett, like in Star Wars.
Was it? Well, I know Whitewater had a lot of lag too.
So then the anti-aliasing thing would look better for that?
No, I just meant it was laggy. Even not in 1080p. Remember, Whitewater ran like crap when these first came out.
All right, let's play Whitewater then.
So you're playing in 1080p right now, so that already should look infinitely better than it did.
Yes.
Biggie, are you talking about online leaderboards or normal ones in the app? Local or online?
Yeah, this is looking good. Very clean. Okay. Volume definitely works in here too. And this is the Williams table, but yeah, playing fine, no lag, it's good.
Yeah, all the leaderboards that you see locally work.
Look at that.
The goal is by release to have some online leaderboards
I'm doing
too.
a little nudge thing. You can definitely see that like little delay. So
yeah,
that's just a stock like. Very cool. Yeah, it looks clean. I think I want to see if I can showcase. I just remember my review of the original Star Wars cabinet. I just remember looking at Boba Fett like it was such a piece of 720 poo.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see it in 1080 and then curious to see if that upgrade makes it look better.
Yeah, I mean, this is 1080 right now, so.
Yeah, so let's go to Boba. Okay. And this is the capture card is like 1082, right? So you can kind of see, like I was looking at the wireframes and even 1080 looks good, but you can still see some jaggies, especially around where like Boba Fett is, like where it's to the right of him.
The first thing I would do is I would enable MSAA before you enable super sampling.
Okay. All right. How do I do that?
So you're going to want to exit this first, but there's an enable MSAA 4X button in the
main menu?
In the display or the web interface.
The web interface. Okay, so exit
I just wouldn't change those options while you're in the middle of the table.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
It should automatically exit them, but
okay, so if we went to back to here.
Yeah, so you can enable MSAA 4X. Actually, I think D Helix mentioned that doesn't work in Zen, so maybe just go straight to super sampling.
Okay. So just enable super sampling? I can do both of these, right? Does it matter?
Yeah, you can do both at the same time.
Okay, applying. Restart for apps to take effect. Enable super sampling. And then we're going to reboot cabinet?
No, it already restarted the launcher and did it for you.
Okay. All right. Let's jump back into it. Let's see it. All right. So from here, we went back into the mode.
So I can already tell that the launcher graphics were higher detailed.
Were crisper?
Yeah, it looks crisper to me from the capture card view. I don't know if anybody else sees the same thing.
All right. Boba Fett. So this is technically a 1080p screen, but you're doing something that tries to play it in 4K. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So when you
look at the jaggies next to Boba Fett on the right hand side. See this railing right here?
So when you upscale to 4K, and so I might enable other options to do it to 2K in case
Oh,
there's
that's so
performance issues.
good. This is
But
the game to see the before and after. If you look where Boba Fett's standing to the right of him on the 1080p, it's completely jagged. But now it's a smooth rail. Like,
so the idea is that they call it super sampling when you upscale an image, even like you're rendering in the higher resolution, but displaying at the lower resolution. So you're benefiting from that 4K resolution of rendering,
but then displaying it at the 1080p.
but displaying it at 1080p.
That's so good. Yeah, this looks way more fantastic than the stock 720p. Like, it's like, holy crap, night and day. Like, I remember showing side by sides of playing it on my PC, like, which was still 1080 versus this, and there were still jaggies like on the rails. But like this one, the jaggies are gone. That's really cool, man. Like, these are just like small quality of life things that you wouldn't appreciate or even know that you've even added that into it. So that's pretty cool. This is the table that I definitely remember being super jaggy, but it's smooth. If like, and even it's hard to tell in the capture card, but I'm looking at it and it looks great. Like, that's fantastic. Awesome.
Yep. So that's the goal behind that super sampling MSA 4K stuff, is making sure that, you know, people can get the most out of that orange pie, because it does have more power than the stock PCB. So it's like, well, we can render it 4K. Why not do it?
Yeah.
And if we start to notice like any kind of performance issues, the goal is to make 2K an option as well. So maybe 4K doesn't, you know, maybe 4K doesn't perform exactly well. Maybe 2K still gives you that graphic enhancement.
Yeah. This has been, at least in my opinion, over the last 2 hours,
it was a lot
of a success. Like,
oh no, I think it was successful. Other than some bugs that are there, there's definitely some bugs, right? Like I need to get the QR code done. Somehow the Star Wars image broke, but your solenoids are working, so that's progress. And I've been providing weekly updates on this stuff as I make progress on it.
H-Tran Fanatic really wants to see Pinbot, so we'll just do that as kind of like a final table
this
request.
may not work very well now because of the 4K enabled. That's one of the things I was saying
so it only works well for the Zen stuff, but not Pinbot.
Yeah, the performance may not be good in this at 4K.
Well, let's just double check. All right, Pinbot. You couldn't make like the right and left scrolling like centered, man. Like,
you can kiss my ass.
All right, there's Pinbot. How would you know the performance is? Oh, it does seem a little bit like slow.
Yeah, so for this, what you would do is instead of turning on super sampling, you just turn on the MSAA 4X. And then you should still get the performance and the anti-jagginess.
All right. Very cool. And you can play around with your own settings as you need to, but just the fact that you're playing this immediately, this is that usability factor that we're looking for, that you get access to literally hundreds of classic pinball tables just by upgrading to the Pinner OPI 5. Like, I can see the benefit of this just being, you know, a much easier user interface than like the Legends 4K or Pinball Series like would ever be. And it's so fast and easy. Yeah, you're not on online leaderboards and there's that stuff, but
yeah, well, so the online leaderboards are going to be functional. We have part of the web interface, if you saw, was link cabinet to leaderboards.
Okay. And that's your own system that you're going to be doing leaderboards
We're going to host our own leaderboards and have it post in our Discord and stuff. They're
going to be the Team Encoder leaderboards? Like,
yeah, so we had that in the old Zen app. If you remember, there was a QR code you could scan and submit your name. And so now I'm just going to do it through the cabinet itself if people want to link their cabinet to leaderboards.
So you could host your own like leagues or tournaments or
get relaunched. Yeah, if people wanted to. I don't see us really hosting our own leagues and tournaments and stuff, but the scores will be available if people want to do it.
All right. So yeah, what you were talking about was here. There's a, what does it say?
At the bottom. The very bottom.
Link cabinet to leaderboard. If I click on it, will anything happen?
It'll take you to a 404 on the Team Encoder page.
Okay. And then if I wanted to disable that super sampling thing, I would just do that.
You can do that, and then you can launch Pinball Arcade, and it'll run at better performance, but it'll be less draggy with just the...
This is a 404 right now. Okay, yeah. So
yeah,
it just took me to this right here. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So
This
that's
was
it.
pretty fun.
That's everything,
Yay!
man.
We did
You got through
it.
it. So
Thanks. Thanks
yeah,
everybody
man.
for hanging
It,
out. Any final things that I know you mentioned extra solenoid support, the QR code that was there, things that would be included in a final release that
yeah,
weren't here again, just to recap?
there's just those few fixes needed. Like I need to fix the Star Wars image. I need to do some more solenoid tests, or not some more solenoid, some more gyro testing.
Mhm.
Sometimes the gyro can be a little too sensitive. We're
Mhm.
messing with those polling rates I talked about previously.
Can you do I know there's like a nudge sensitivity within the game itself. Are you thinking about more
Yeah.
universal setting versus like in game?
Well, it's not just that, it's how fast the game pulls it,
Okay.
because if it pulls it too fast, the idea is this: a solenoid's vibrations last for a certain amount of time.
Mhm.
A human nudge lasts for more time than that, so we just have
Mhm.
to make sure that we're only checking within a human, not the length of a solenoid.
Got it. Got it.
Because otherwise the solenoid set it off. That's the real big deal there.
Yeah.
Um, Otherwise, yeah, I mean, solenoids and PBA is a really big thing that needs to be done.
Mhm.
And then backglass, people have asked about backglass. There's a few people. That's one of the things I want to try to get done before release, is have that dynamic backglass working for
Oh, like
everything.
for the whole like replacement monitor in the back and then having dynamic
Yeah,
backslash for each of
because
the games?
a lot of people in our community have done that already.
Oh,
And
for the
so
zero pi thingy. Are they still gonna need a zero pi? You
yeah,
think?
Pi Zero or a Pi Zero 2.
Okay.
Possibly a Pi Zero 2 now, because we're looking at playing videos instead of just the image.
If they're like, yes, backglass. Okay, yeah, that's
That's
another
D
option.
Helix, I'm pretty sure. He's
Mhm.
the one that's very, very, very into backglass. So him, MM80, if that's D Helix, he's one of the people that helped a lot with the camera configuration in
Nice.
PBA. After I set it up, there's a lot of manual work that had to go into
Mhm.
configuring all the individual tables. But yeah, I mean, right, solenoids in PBA is the final thing that I think will be for the people that don't have
Mhm.
the need for a backglass.
Mhm.
And other than that, that QR code and fixing that Star Wars image. So there's a lot of like little testing and tweaks and stuff needed. I'm going to be sending out a few beta boards pretty soon here to a few people.
Nice.
Um,
So Ten says you can't buy a Pi Zero anymore. Is that true?
yeah, so I guess it has to be a Pi Zero 2, but they're like 15
Okay.
bucks, I think. They're not a big
Got it.
deal
Yeah.
if you're interested in that mod. Um,
No, you can't use a Pi B3 Plus, right? Like this is just for Orange Pi at this time.
yeah, I think he was talking about the backglass, but
Oh, the
yeah, I mean,
backglass.
this is only Orange Pi 5 Max and
For the
only the
backglass,
Max,
you could
right?
use a Pi 3, but that's just overkill.
I mean, I don't think so for the backglass.
Yeah.
But so the thing about the Orange Pi 5 is it can be very confusing. There's like a plus, there's what's the other, Ultra or something, and one of them is cheaper than the other, but it only has one video out and one video in. It doesn't have the 2 video out that we use.
Got it.
So the Max is like the dead restriction. You have to be on the Max, period.
Got to be on the
And
Max.
you want to use the 8 gig, do not use the 4 gig. Don't try to cheap out.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, this is not going to work at all for the pinball mod. You need that Orange Pi Max. So OPI mod. This is why it's not called RPi. It's called OPI.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at hopefully 2, maybe 3 weeks out as far as releasing this or having it for sale in our store and stuff.
Mhm.
I still have to do a test run of having these assembled in China, so I'm not drunk soldering them and putting gyros backwards.
Mhm.
And hope that they assemble them properly and do some testing there. We have some testing that these other people are going to do.
Mhm.
I'm looking to give away a full kit on Arcades Anonymous.
Ooh, fun.
I was going to do that with one of these prototypes that run kind of like what you have there. So hopefully whoever gets it knows how to flash an SD card in the future.
Mhm.
But I was, when I say full kit, I was going to give them the Orange Pi, the LVDS, the cooling, all of it, and have them just give that away, because those guys have been
Yeah.
pretty cool in the community and didn't stop streaming live for 5 months like some
Fuck
assholes.
you. I mean, or the Arcades Anonymous people are cool, but you shut your face. I
Some
mean, what the fuck
assholes
is that?
stop streaming for 5 months and leave the community behind after everything they do for them and don't want to do live modding anymore.
What are you talking about, man? I mean, like, who else can do this shit and like have so much fun at the same time? But like, we did it. I had a good time. You're an asshole, but thank you for sending me all this stuff. B6 plus S, whatever name is. Sorry. At least you'll get somewhat of a working functional machine back now that it's broken. So that's kind of cool. You're making me miss potentially even having one. But, at this time, other
I hope
things
you
are
do
happening.
miss having one because you know what? I think this is fucking cool.
It
I
is
actually
effing
really
cool.
enjoy
I
what's come
I
of it
had
so
planned
far.
on potentially, like, getting it back from the original person I sold it to whenever this mod came out 3 years ago, but you know what? It's no longer in his possession anymore, so what can you do?
Well,
What
that
can you
sucks
do?
for you. You
It
need to
sucks for me.
get in your
We'll look for
DeLorean, man.
yeah, maybe we'll find one on Marketplace or something like that, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my other real pinball machines and mods and
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah. Damn
You and
elitist.
I are gonna be, getting some Wonderland pinballs, right? Like, didn't you order
That's
one?
true.
Yeah, so that's
Yep.
coming up soon. In fact, by the way, next Friday, I will be going to LA Comic-Con for a few hours and testing the latest version of their machine. So
Awesome.
that'll be some live content I'll be back doing a little
That'll
bit.
be really cool.
Yeah. So we'll do that. So check this out. Look in the future for a full-on fleshed out tutorial. I'll wait for all your little kinks and things to kind of work out and put this back together as much as I can. And if you buy this kit, by the way, everybody, if you buy this kit, it'll be the exclusive only way you can get a Team Encoder flashy sticker for your water bottle because this is going to be the limited hot item. I can tell you that.
So,
Team Encoder stickers, tattooed.
so here's the thing too, is that you asked me about batches pretty early on, and I don't think I'm gonna do batches. This might be one run because there's a lot of labor involved.
Oh, yeah.
I have to print those cases. I have to solder gyros when I'm not drunk, which is even more painful.
Oh, yeah.
And assemble and package and ship the stuff
I
out.
think
My
you need
wife
to do like a pre-order so you get an exact number or like get a number run that you
maybe.
have and that's it or something like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you doing some e-commerce store? Like, how are people gonna buy this? Are you gonna
Yeah,
message you?
so I'm using Big Cartel, which I shouldn't say because somebody already found it and tried to buy one and pissed me off.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm using an
Tell
e-commerce
your face,
store.
Michael B. I'm back and I like it. So, it's fine. He's like,
You work for Big Fun, Mike B. Fuck you. Fanatic asked how much the kit costs. So if you're on the stock monitor, it's $80 because we have to include those power extensions and stuff.
yeah.
On the non-stock monitor, meaning if you upgraded to the 32 or the 27-inch and you don't need extra LVDS crap, then it's $60. That doesn't include shipping or taxes.
People
And
said
then
they
you
would
have
print
to
their own
buy.
cases. Is that gonna be an option to like
Yeah, I mean, we can
maybe
make the
time?
files available. It's not like they're private or anything. I don't care.
Yeah.
But Fanatic, remember, you still have to buy an Orange Pi 5 and an LVDS converter. So you're still in for more money than that.
You said it was about $250 total for this, if you don't have any of the parts. Because again, that's something you'll order from Amazon yourself, or wherever you get your Orange Pies. And then the kit is what you'll be getting specifically from Team Encoder, extra Mystery Encoder stuff. All right, man. Thank you so much for the time. It was good. Thank you for joining us. Tune in next time. It'll be probably another 5 months before I live stream again. But if there's any other time to test out a product live, this is absolutely one of my favorite things to do in the community is to bullshit with Mystery Encoder and team. And I didn't break anything this time. The worst that happened was I typed the wrong password. So
I don't know. You typed your Wi-Fi password wrong. I got you. You did something wrong. You still did something wrong.
Worst case scenario, man. But it worked out. Thanks again for your time.
Yep. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. See ya.